and welcome back to XP Waste, where burning out is a part of the process, but unburning feels so good. Hi, I'm Oxie.
And I am Michael. If you're new around here, we are XP Waste. We're a Old School RuneScape podcast who we talk about the news, we talk about what's going on in the game, we'll give you tips and tricks. We'll most definitely get on tangents. That's usually a guarantee. And yeah, stick around. If you're not new around here, welcome back. Like Oxy said, I am almost 99 fishing. Got about 472K. So depending on how long we record today, I'm definitely not going to hit it, but I'll get close.
I was say that's like 8 weeks Michael time. Hell yeah.
You say that, bro. You say that. But listen, I got 98 like within the week. So it hasn't even been a full week. No, it has. I got it last Sunday. So yeah. It's been a whole week and I'm pushing along, man. I got 800K this week. So don't tell me I can't do things. Don't sleep on me, bro.
Should we ready the XP Wasters to at you for 99 fishing or what?
No, we don't. No.
But,
don't
okay.
at me because by the time this episode comes out, I should have 99 fishing.
All right, so here's the deal, right? I'm going to put your money where your mouth is right now. I'm going to do it for you, right?
Okay.
If you have 99 fishing by this time this episode comes out, it shouldn't be that big of a thing. So XP Wasters, I want you to congratulate Michael on 99 fishing. I want you to add him in the XP Waste chat, and I want you to say, Michael, congratulations on 99 fishing. You're almost there, King. I want you to at him and hit him with that.
Thank you.
Because you're gonna have, by that logic, you're gonna have 99.
Right. I guess so. Like, if you're listening to this on the day of release today, for you, not for me, today I will have already gotten 99 fishing. And thank you for all the congratulations. So also thank you to everyone who came to my party. I know that a lot of you are going to be there. It's not a silly thing to have a 99 party. If you're out there and you're like, oh, I'm about to get 99 fletching. Should I invite my friends? Yes. Invite your friends. It's one of the best things about this game is celebrating your achievements with people. So I have a 99 party for every 99 I haven't already gotten, and that's all of them. So yeah, not max yet. So we're cooking with oil.
I think I want to get some 99s in like the dumbest way possible, just to like throw off other people, you know? Like I kind of want to get 99 fire making in like a Nightmare Mass world kill. I know Scape got his. He just like walked into the Bandos room, lit a fire, and said, "Cheers, boys," and left. So I think I kind of want to do something like that. You know, maybe I'll like lamp rune crafting in the middle of a theater of blood while getting everybody killed at bloat. Like that would be pretty fun.
That would be fun.
So
that would definitely be fun. Man, speaking of fun, we have a guest this episode. Actually, we're doing a fun interview for this episode. So you probably already saw the title, whatever it is. I don't know. But we want to welcome Kaoz. Is it officially like first name Chaos, last name Bender? Or am I saying that right?
When it comes to RuneScape, I would say Kaoz is fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Welcome, Kaoz.
Hello, everyone.
Happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for kind of inviting me, although I kind of self-invited when I commented on your video, but still, it was
listen.
Thank you for the invitation.
We're here. That's all that matters, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we both read the comment and we're like, all right, sick. We'll shoot him a DM.
Nice.
I was curious about that. How did you find us? Because did somebody just like pop in your live stream like, hey, listen to XP Waste?
Yeah. So basically, what happened is that I've been streaming every day this year so far. And one of my streams, someone said, "Hey, do you listen to any podcasts?" It was very general, and I was like, you know, if I open Spotify, the only thing I listen to is like my music if I'm driving or if I'm streaming. Normally, because of YouTube copyright systems, and I can only play old school RuneScape music. And then someone said, "Oh, do you listen to any RuneScape specific podcasts?" And I was like, I had no idea that there are podcasts for RuneScape. And someone said, "Oh, you should listen to XP Waste." And I'm like, "Oh, I should definitely check them out." And then that same person said, "I think they're looking for guests. So if you leave a comment, then you know they could potentially have you." And I remember my comment saying, "Right, listen, I'm not like normally I'm not I'm very shy. I'm not like I still remember my comment. It was like, hey, someone on my stream said that you're looking for guests. Now, I don't want to be a cringe rat and invite myself or something. But if you're still looking for people, then I'm here, so it should be nice. So yeah, that's where the comment came from. I checked them up, and yeah, here I am.
Here you are. Thank you to whoever did say that.
Yeah.
One of you out there listening invited Kaoz, and he's here. So thank you for doing the work for us.
Yeah, we need more of that. Just go tell everyone about the show.
Right, but don't get and don't do it annoyingly. If it's tasty and he's busy.
This is coming from the man who, I'm not kidding you, Chaos. This man would interrupt people at MLM and at Redwoods and be like, "So, you boys listen to podcasts much? You ever heard of my podcast, XP Waste podcast?" He would just talk to strangers in game about it. So
I'm taking
take that with a grain of salt.
Taking the
folks.
self-marketing approach.
Respect the hustle. Let's go.
It's a hustle for sure. Grassroots movement. You gotta tell people. There's people who are prominent members of our community who I was like, hey, do you like podcasts? And now they're here. So, take it.
I thought you meant they were prominent members of the community didn't know we had podcasts. I'm like,
oh
"Ooh."
no, no, they're here. I think Shadow was one of them. I want to say Shadow was somebody that I just randomly met. I cannot remember. I'll have to ask him. I think it was Shadow. Okay, yeah. And he's pretty. I mean, he's a Tiz Cow. He's a not fire cape. He's an Inferno cape in our clan. Ooh. So Kaoz, how was your week, sir? What did you do this week in RuneScape?
In RuneScape specifically, oh man. Sadly, because of the amount of work with both quote unquote real work, right? And YouTube, my wife, the puppy, the family. I think I have combined playtime outside of streaming. Man, less than 10 hours. It's just so sad. I just miss getting back home and playing for 10 hours a day. But RuneScape related specifically, what have I been doing? I did a couple of workouts. Sadly, on Friday, I had an Inferno task. I go to Triple Jads, and let's just say that I misclick and I got in melee range of the Jad. It hit me. I survived, but then it off-ticked them. And that basically ruined my Friday. So I was like, oh man, that was kind of sad. Other than that, Guardians of the Rift, some Slayer, and I've been hunting for that Slayer task. That was actually my very first Inferno task ever. So that was my first. I mean, I only have one cape. Cheese just is your cape, of course. If you get it, doesn't matter. But yeah, it was my first.
Thank you. That's a man right there. Thank you. Doesn't matter how you.
So it was my first ever Inferno with Ancestral and Armadillo, so I felt kind of naked, but I actually came to Triple Jats with a lot of supplies. Other than that, forgetting about Friday, week was pretty okay. Couple of rune crafting gains, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You are talking to two guys who have never gotten to Triple Jads, let alone I have never stepped foot in the Inferno other than for the music track. Oxie has been trying for an Inferno cape for a long time.
Nice,
it's kind of a meme on this podcast, but
unfortunately it has become something of a meme. I've also not been in the Inferno in a while, so the memes are justified. He needs to get me back in there. But yeah, that's awesome. You said it was your first. I imagine you got the cape recently then, if that's your first task, or have you just been hunting for it for a while?
So I think my very first Inferno cape happened after so this is very quickly, just so I don't get into a tangent, because that's normally what I do. I maxed.
Bro, you're in the right place for a tangent.
I maxed in February of 2020, and then after that I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my Inferno cape. After maxing, I probably took a break because I was severely burnt out, maybe 2-3 days of not even logging in, and then I was like, all right, it's time. So I got all my supplies, I got everything ready, and I spent 3 weeks over the course of 27 attempts, and attempt number 27 was the Inferno cape, and the only time I got back into the Inferno was to record my beginner guide, one KC guide, by the way, with kind of interesting. It's just like a very general tips and tricks to get to Zuck, not, I'm not a, speed run or completion, just to give the average player kind of the motivation to do it. So I went back in there December 2021 just to record clips for the video, and then I didn't step foot again until this Friday. So yeah, that's when You know, when I
bit
came back
rusty.
to hell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Oxie, maybe this is the guide that you're missing. What, like, once
Maybe.
you watch Kaoz's guide,
The missing piece.
yeah,
It
maybe
might
this
be
is-
because, fun fact for all you XP wasters out there, I've seen maybe one or two of your YouTube videos
Okay.
that you have up on your page, and as soon as I knew we were interviewing you, I decided not to watch anymore.
True.
Just so we could go in like absolutely clean
Same.
slate, where I could learn all about you from the interview process. I think Michael has done a little bit more research, but I'm excited to get this going because I don't
me
know
too.
a ton. I don't know a ton about your content. I kind of have an understanding that it's like a lot of guide based content. I've seen some like top 10s, top 25s, things like that.
Yeah, so basically, you know, if we want to get like deeper into this as the episode goes on, so basically what my channel is for is basically for, you know, I guess my core or like my niche audience is like the average player, just like kind of teach them that, you know, pretty much anything you set yourself to is possible. And it's basically for like, basically returning players, since, you know, Old School RuneScape is mostly, you know, people in like their late 20s, early 30s that we basically grew up with the game. And that's basically what it's aimed for. Just like 1 to 99s, money making tips, or so on and so forth.
just what our
Awesome. Yeah, I'm
community
here for it.
craves. Like we are like, not saying we don't have end gamers here, but most of the people that listen on a regular basis are like ankles, not ankle deep. They're like neck deep in the mid game.
Yep.
And so a lot of those things will probably be super relevant. So after this episode, XP Wasters, go check out his YouTube channel. It'll be linked in the description. I think that goes without saying, obviously. But if you need to know like what to do to get 99 crafting, he's probably got a video.
I do.
I did do research. I say that in quotations because I watched one video. I watched another video for fun. It was the top 10 or like the most top 10 rarest pets, but I think you did all of them.
Yeah.
And I was actually surprised to hear that like the Bloodhound is not in the top 3, or it is. I can't remember. I thought Bloodhound was way rare, but apparently, spoiler alert, it's
is.
Nibbler.
I don't know why you're surprised by the Nibbler pet being the rarest one in the game.
I think it's just
But-
access to the content because in my mind, Bloodhound and the Penance Queen should be the most rare because I barely see any of those pets roaming around the game. I mean, I don't see many Jad or Zuck pets anyway, but I think it's only rare because it's like access to the content. You know what I mean? Like it's on the same level as getting a Jad pet. It's just harder content. So obviously that's why it's the most rare. So in that video, you actually asked the question like why so many people have like, you know, identical accounts, but all of them have Penance Queen. And I really think it's because of boosters. So you have these people who are doing BA services and they just have like a bunch of alts, or it's a bunch of people that just, that's all they do all day and they get free points.
Yeah.
So then whenever those people are being, you know, they're carrying other people, they just obviously have that many points that they can just get the queen on their own. And I think that's also why there's so many Penance Queens, because who honestly is pet hunting and just randomly goes, or who honestly is not pet hunting and just randomly goes, I'm going to do a high gamble and then bam, Penance Queen.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for BA services, I think that Penance Queen would be the rarest pet in the game because it's just annoying.
I feel like I'm not even going to go for that pet until I am maxed with just like more money than I know what to do with.
It's very true.
True.
Or
You know,
or you become great at doing Barbarian Assault and you join the people who are carrying other people, and that's your job in RuneScape.
but then
not
that
for real
feels,
life.
I was just, that feels like too much of a job. Like I have a RuneScape adjacent job right now as it is with the podcast. I don't want to like
That's true.
have to play it for a living, you know?
Listen,
I'm
you say the word,
content to-
you say the word, and I'll find another co-host. You get your Penance Queen.
you know what? I'm good. I'm content to not have the Penance Queen pet.
But yeah, somebody probably answered that in your comment section because how long ago did you post that video? Do you remember? Because I don't remember.
Right off the bat, no. I can check that
Okay.
very quickly though. Go to content. The Rarest Pet video was posted on the 14th of March, so a little bit over 2 months ago.
Yeah, so you probably already got the answer. Did you have the answer to that question?
Probably not. There were a lot of questions about people's favorite pets because that's also what I did at the end of the video. So if like I read most of my comments, but then for some odd reason YouTube doesn't show some of them. So
weird.
If the answer is there, I haven't seen it. Maybe I can go check it out after the podcast. Kind of get rid of my curiosity for now.
Yeah, cross-reference it, get a second opinion. I don't know if you know a lot about me, but my username in game is Bloodhound, spelled incorrectly. I don't have the right spelling yet. I'm trying to acquire that one day. But
you want to talk about an expensive purchase?
I want you to guess the KC that I got the Bloodhound pet on, or like the clue number.
Give me a hint. Is it a dry streak or a spoon?
It's a spoon.
It's a spoon. I'll say less than 20.
Oh yeah.
12.
Lower.
No way. 5.
Lower.
Wait, 1?
Yeah, 1.
Oh my god, dude! There's someone on my stream. His name is Tyler. Sadly, I don't remember his last name, but there's one guy, Tyler.
Oh, that's fine.
One time,
shout out to you, Tyler.
I was on stream and I don't remember what I was doing, but he writes a message. Okay, I'm gonna open my first master. Say GL Kaoz, please. I'm like, okay, GL. He comes in like spamming all caps, dude. Bloodhound. I'm like, no. You're coping. No, that's not real. So he said, come to my world. Come to my world. GE. He has the Bloodhound. 1 KC. Like, wait,
that's awesome.
How? Yeah. So
there's more of us out there.
I recently did 1000 medium opening where I did all of the masters that I got from it. I got 26. I got 26 masters. In 26 masters, I got 1 unique for the master collection log, and it was the eye patch, and it was a dupe. So I was like,
oh no,
my luck. Like I don't think I've been spooned anywhere in the game. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that I went to an adamant task, to an adamant dragon task. I kill my second adamant dragon ever, and I get a draconic visage, and I'm like, oh, nice.
What?
Other than that, my dry streaks are like sad, like actually depressing. So yeah.
It evens out because like I haven't gotten many other pets. I have the Kraken pet, I have the Rift Guardian, and I have Rocky.
Nice.
And that I think that's it. I think that's it. But I did get 2 Rift Guardians and 2 Rockies.
Wow.
Before 99. So a little spoon there, but everywhere else that I want it to work, it just hasn't. Like I haven't done that much KBD, but I would love KBD. And I'm nearly 20 million farming XP with no Tangle Root. So big Sag.
True.
I think that's your holdout. You gotta go for a different pet that's not Tangle Root. Like get Tangle Root out of your mind and be like, you know what? I'm gonna hunt the Temporos pet for the last 400k, or like I'm gonna go hunt the I can't even think of a boss. I almost said Obor. That doesn't sound like pet. It's one of like 5 bosses.
That would be a nice free-to-play pet.
It would.
That would be. It would add to the stray dogs and Varrock, which is I think the only thing that'll follow you around in free to play. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll go for like the Daganroth Supreme pet or something. But I've had a pet or 2 in my day.
He's a spoon as well.
I haven't seen a pet since last July.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think Nightmare was my last one, and that was middle of July. So we're approaching a year without a pet, which is unacceptable. So we have to break that streak somehow.
It's not
Because hopefully it's on the main. I do have KS Elemental. Yes, I got that one. That's my closest to rate pet that I have. I got it at 287 KC.
Okay.
So yeah, it's. But
have you gotten the Chompy Chick yet? Maybe you could just break the streak with the Chompy Chick.
I can break the streak of the Chompy Chick. I don't know. I kind of want I don't want to downplay the Chompy Chick, but like I kind of want a real pet first. Like I want the RNG. I want the dopamine of like you have a funny feeling like you're being followed. Because if I get a 1 KC Chompy, like. Okay, cool. That pet hunt is over. Like, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
But
listen, I mean, the last time I got a pet was September of last year when I got the Rift Guardian. I've done plenty of other things. I mean, I was gonna say smithing. I haven't done smithing. I've done 99 mining. I've done plenty of wood cutting. I've done almost entire 90 to 99 fishing. No pet. I don't really care for the heron, but still would be nice.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it before 99.
You think
You're
so?
gonna have to go.
We have
I think so,
450K.
yeah. I think you're gonna get it before 99.
Can happen
Just because.
for sure.
Watch it pop up here.
Yeah.
I'll just scream like a little baby.
Dude, the mid podcast pet would be fantastic,
Wouldn't it? Okay.
Speaking
Sprinkle
of mid podcast, speaking of mid podcast pets, Kaoz, are you logged in right now, or are you just like?
I was
hanging
gonna
out?
ask.
I'm not, and I was just thinking, dude, I could be cooking right now. I have 114 million cooking experience because I've been like AFK at work so much, and I'm like, no, let me pay attention to this. I'm like, this.
No, please.
From the
cook.
very beginning, this looked like so professional that I was okay. Let me just focus. So yeah, I'm not logged into the game.
If it makes you feel better, Michael has been fishing and I have been training range on my group Ironman the whole time.
Oh, fine. Let me log in. Okay.
Listen, if people hear clicks from your mouse, that's just par for the course.
True.
Yeah, there was a period of time where Michael and I were training rune crafting together before I got this snazzy new microphone. And when you do the blood rune crafting, you have to chisel all the essence really quickly.
Yeah.
There would be like swaths of my speaking that would be just in the background of while I was talking. So, if there's mouse clicks, if there's keyboard clicks, like it's okay. People know you're gaming,
Nice.
so it's
Gamers.
It's appropriate. But
Hey, and if you're a listener out there and you don't like that, let us know. I don't know what we're gonna do about it, but nobody has piped up.
Stop
to
playing
this-
RuneScape.
Nobody's
Like,
piped up at this point. So it sounds like you guys don't care. So you're doing cooking? Is that what I hear?
Super AFK when I need to AFK. Yeah, it's like one of the only things that I have the brain power to do. And then yeah, well, actually it's 115. So hey, it went up by 1 minute.
Yeah. So my goal once I max is to get 200 mil cooking. So I'm very
Nice.
very intrigued. What are you cooking? Are you cooking sharks?
I'm doing anglerfish. Yeah, at the
Okay.
Mids Guild. So yes.
Oh, right on. Yeah, anglerfish are the best XP.
Yeah.
But I think right now sharks are the best profit. But you're probably not
really?
doing it for the money.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, sharks are like 300 or 400 each profit, or if I'm not remembering that, it might be 200.
shit, I'm gonna start
200 or
cooking
300.
sharks on the main.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're real good. There's a whole wiki page that shows like profit margins for most of the fish. Sharks are number one, and then I think anglerfish is like number two, and then followed by like karambwans. But everybody cooks karambwans, so I think the market's pretty flooded.
True.
It's still surprising to me that like the cooked are more expensive because there's so many karambwans in the game. But I think so many karambwans leave the game that it really evens out. But that'll be what I do after I max. I have a question for you, Kaoz. You said that you maxed February of 2020.
Yeah.
When did you start your account?
I started, like, let's say, I mean, I should have the email somewhere, but obviously, account privacy things. I started.
Yeah,
like,
you don't give us the actual date.
Yeah, of course. Like halfway through 2018.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was about to get real.
So it didn't take you that long to max then.
It didn't, and there's
year
a
and-
funny story about that. I mean, so whenever we get into the, like specifics, then I guess I can like
Go
ahead.
for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I guess 2018, I start my account, but then I was working, and like very very quickly. I think I mentioned this in one of my videos, not in the video you watched recently for the 10-year anniversary. In one of my videos, I said that I started and I got into college for computer science because that's what my dad like not forced me or told me to, but it was like more like a suggestion. Like, okay, I have a very successful computer like business, like software for like schools, gyms, like malls and everything. Would you like to work with me? And I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. So I get into college. I didn't like the major, and I'm like, well, I mean, maybe working is going to be better, so let me try that. I get into the working field experience, whatever, and I'm like, I don't like it either.
Oh no.
So basically, what happened is that I'm playing, and then maybe like towards the end of 2019, I believe, you know, that was just basically I would say breaking point. I mean, obviously I was not like miserable, but I mean, like waking up was just such a hassle. Like, oh my God, I have to deal with, you know, customers. Like you go to a place and it's like, oh, my computer isn't working and oh my God, it's turned off. Okay. Like how do you deal with that? Right. So like, I was just so burnt out that I was like, all right, maybe this is not the way to go. So, you know, I told my dad, you know, I'm so sorry for this, but I think it's time. So what happened was that in 2019, I would say I quit November 2019, and then November, December, and then January, I was unemployed, but it wasn't like, you know, I was in my mom's basement like playing RuneScape. You know, I was like actively looking for places, but because my background was mostly, you know, computer science like oriented, but I wanted to do something like English teaching related, or translating, or like anything to do with the language. Like I easily applied to like over 100 places. Like I didn't even get like a single email back like, oh yeah,
wow,
give it an interview. So for 3 months I was literally playing RuneScape. I would say like 12 or 14 hours a day as I like applied to like places. Okay, let me do here. Nothing came up. So I was like playing 12, 14 hours a day, and that was like a really big boost towards the maxing journey. So that was what I needed to, you know, to quote unquote finish off. So that's why it didn't take like too long. So that's like one of the stories related to, you know, my education, like career background, I guess.
Yeah. Did you end up finding the job that you liked, or that you were, you know, passionate about?
Yes and no. So what I ended up with is that I got into contact with a company that has like the main headquarters in the US, and they have like some offices here in Mexico, and they have like a really like big amount of like facilities around the country. And I got in contact with the HR department, was like, okay, we need someone to help us both, you know, like telling our, or like, I guess, helping our staff improve their communication, like both the casual and business. And then maybe we also need translation. Can you help us with that? And I was like, yeah. So funnily enough, I started up with just one person, teaching just one person. And I was living off like probably the equivalent of like $150 a month, because I was just teaching one person for 2 hours a week. And I'm like, I mean, okay, it's something. So then I was teaching this one person, and then HR tells me, okay, so our current English teacher is leaving for whatever reason. Do you want the rest of the class? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So I started working there. What was it? June 2020. That I started with the entire company staff. And so yeah, that was like the first like big thing. So I was like, you know, self-employed. I was like, oh, I'm teaching English. This is so easy. This is so fun. And then they just started building up from there. And I was just like, you know, okay, so I have like this person who wants like a training, or like they want to practice for a Cambridge exam, TOEFL, and TOEFL. I think some people say TOEFL for some reason, but yeah, it was just like building up from there, getting experience by teaching. And yeah, so I ended up with one thing that I enjoy doing and that I'm good at. So that's, you know, so I'm basically like really, I would say, like kind of the dream, like doing something that you enjoy, and something that you're good at. Because in the previous one, I mean, that was a lot of money, but I like every day I always felt stupid, both because if someone needed help with something and I couldn't, I always had to go grab someone else. Hey, can you help me out with this? But then if I knew the answer, I was like, okay, is my intelligence like really worth me going to a teacher's classroom, telling them that the computer doesn't work because the monitor is off? Like, okay, that kind of felt like, okay, is this really all I'm good for? so I was like, okay, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm really grateful for that, because it basically taught me like what I don't like to do, and then, you know, I just build up from there. And so far, I would say so far so good. So that's like that's on the real job department, you know, real in quotation marks, of course.
Whoa. Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, you found what you're happy doing, you know, in a in a space where you have, sounds like you've had room to grow and, you know, really thrive with what you want to do. You know, I'm curious what sort of led you to want to teach English. So people who are here for the RuneScape content are like, go back to the game. But like, what's kind of, you said you're from Mexico, yeah? Yeah, so what's kind of led you to want to teach a second language?
So what led me to it? Short answer is because I'm good at it, and I'm better than like people who are like certified, like teaching English, and I don't even know how to say this in English, right? But people who have like official like certification of like teaching. Like there was this one place that I went to practice for my Cambridge exam, and I spoke better than the teacher did. And supposedly this person has been teaching for what, like 10, 15 years, and I spoke better within like what 5 or 6 years of practice. And I'm like, I mean, I think I can do this better. So I was like,
You've only been speaking English for 5 or 6 years?
oh no.
Really?
I've been speaking like this for like 4 or 5 years, but I've been like speaking it for, I would say, that's a whole, that's the other story that, we kind of wanted to get into. That was the video that Michael watched. And it's basically how, me being a little Mexican kid, how do I speak like this? Obviously, hopefully that doesn't sound ego, but yeah. So yeah, I've been speaking for, I would say, I basically started playing video games since I was 6. And some video games were in English, and I was like, oh man, I can't understand this. But then I got a game called Paper Mario, and it was just so cute. And I was like, right, okay, this is still in English. I don't know what's going on. So, I basically told my parents, hey, can you get me a dictionary just so I can like guess what's happening? So that's how I got started with it. And then this, I would say, got like catapulted in like 2012 when I started making Let's Play videos. So I basically started playing like Paper Mario, Mario Sunshine. Yeah, I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy, by the way. So so what happened is that I started making Let's Plays to practice my pronunciation, fluency, whatever. And I did Let's Plays for Paper Mario, Mario Sunshine, Twilight Princess, like a lot of Nintendo franchises. And so that's basically what helped me, like I would say, develop the pronunciation that you listened to today. So that was
that's awesome.
That's a very, very concise story. So yeah.
So you're saying if I want to learn Spanish, then I need to start doing OSRS commentary in Spanish.
Correct. Yes.
How do you say pog in Spanish?
How do you say what? Sorry.
PogChamp.
PogChamp. Oh, that's an internet term. I would say PogChamp.
PogChamp. There you go. There you go.
I imagine if you just start randomly practicing Spanish for OSRS content, your wife is going to be very confused and probably make fun of you a lot.
I mean,
because your wife speaks fluent Spanish.
She does not. No, that's like
she doesn't.
She's half Mexican, and she was never taught. So she grew up. I mean, her mom is white, so I think that's why. Without getting too deep into it, but no, a lot of her family only speaks Spanish, and she wanted that experience to learn. But I think she was doing Duolingo for a while, but kind of fell off. And we're trying to teach our son some Spanish. So like anytime he watches like baby TV, it's always in Spanish.
Nice.
Yeah. So I know a little bit. I mean, I can count to 10. I know. I can count to 30. I don't remember what 40 is, but I don't think that counting is really going to help me much in an OSR's commentary
conversation.
Because we're bad at math on this show anyway. So,
so you've kind of talked about where you're at, IRL, to sort of bring the RuneScape people back in.
Welcome back, guys.
Now we're talking about Michael's wife's family history.
People skip into the timestamp, by the way. Back to RuneScape.
Exactly. Yeah, back to RuneScape. So you've been on YouTube for a while, right? You've got a pretty legit YouTube account. 10 years you've been up there. When did you start making RuneScape content?
For my current channel or prior to that? Because there's another story that we can get into.
All right. Well, now I was interested for your current channel, but if you also made shitty RuneScape videos as a kid, I 100% want to know about it.
So, going back and, referencing that video Michael watched again. So basically what happened is that I started playing RuneScape in 2005. I made my first YouTube account, the one for the Let's Play videos. I made it in October of 2006. And then starting in about like late 2006, 2007, I started seeing people making videos on RuneScape. And it was like, oh my God, this is so nice. Because back then, it was either RuneHQ or there was another one like RuneTippet or something. I don't really know a lot of them because I only used RuneHQ. So
I was a RuneHQ kid too.
Yeah. So if I read something at RuneHQ, because, back then my English wasn't like great, I was like, what does this mean? I like I would type, okay, one very stupid example, okay, how to get the dusty key for the Taverly dungeon. Like, hello? And then if I read it and I didn't understand it, I will look it up on YouTube, and someone would put their video with the unregistered hypercam and then type in the game, hello everyone, this is XX Sniper 69 here. Welcome. I'm gonna show you how to get the dusty key. And then the moment I saw that person was like, going, okay, so this is what you have to do, talk to this person, kill this person, talk to the man, and then go through the door. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So in about 2000, I forget exactly what I said in the video. It was 2008, 2009. I started making videos, both like really stupid things. I remember my very first video was me going to the duel arena and looking like an absolute Chad. Grounded body, dragon med helm, dragon plate skirt, dragon longsword, the usual thingy. And then going to the
like
duel
legend.
arena.
Listen.
Yeah, Drew. So
you're a legend, not a Chad.
So I battle a guy in full Varix armor, which back then was like, okay, if you had any Barrows armor, you were like top tier, right? I recorded it, I beat the person, I uploaded it, and then I saw that someone was like, oh, that was so nice, that person looked so powerful, congrats. And I was like, wait, I think I want to do more videos. So 2008 to 2010, 11, I made videos like guides. Okay, so this is how much money you can get at Frost Dragons. This is how, powerful the Chaotic Rapier is. Made like basically guides. My mentality has always been towards like, okay, teach people how to do something, or like kind of teaching, right? So, basically what I am right now.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So I sell my RuneScape account, my original RuneScape account in 2012, because I was just starting college and I didn't really want RuneScape to interrupt with my studies. And I was like, I don't have the mental power to hold off. And I know that I'm going to get addicted again. So let me put an end to this for sure. Let me put a nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I sell it.
That hurts my soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I understand exactly the mindset that takes to say, if I don't sell this or I don't completely get rid of it, I'll just never stop. And
that's
that's a mood.
I still regret it. I made another video about it. I still regret it. But
yeah.
So basically,
I regret
happened,
it for you.
Yeah. So after that, I stopped making RuneScape videos. I made my Let's Play videos 2012 to 2018, like end of 2018, because I was like, okay, number one, I'm really busy. I have work, girlfriend, I'm doing like some other random things. And then, I basically ran out of Nintendo games that I knew that I could teach. And I was like, okay, I don't want to get into a like brand new game that I don't know. So, yeah, I think that's it. So I basically like quote unquote killed the channel. So like getting back into RuneScape again. So because I still wanted to make videos, I was like, okay. And at this point I am already playing RuneScape. I'm like, all right, let me try to make RuneScape videos again. So I make my channel. So I make my Kaoz Osrs channel in 2019. So the very first video was uploaded the 1st of January 2019. And I started with like really random videos because at the time I was still on my way to maxing. And I was like, okay, eventually I want to do 1 to 99 guides, but like little known facts about me, I'm just speaking facts, it's not my opinion. No, I'm just kidding. But in my very personal opinion, if you make a 1 to 99 guide and if you don't have the 99, that's like me telling you, okay, I know how to make a sandwich. I know I can make lobster by just reading what I have to do. Like that's not how it works, right? So I was like, all right, let me max, and then I'm going to start making my guide. So that's basically what happened. So I spent like a year uploading like very, very sporadically. Like, okay, how to make money. This is, the farming guild. When that was added to the game, how to keep an untrimmed cape in your account, which little known fact. Well, known fact, I'm a max player and I still have my untrimmed rune crafting cape, which was quite an ordeal.
An untrimmed rune cap raft?
Yeah.
I can't even say it. I'm so, oh my god.
So yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, I have it. I still have it. But yeah, so basically, like that was so I spent a year uploading random videos, and then when I max, I was like, all right, it's time. So I start, planning for the 1 to 99 guides and everything. And, just basically, that was the quote unquote beginning of my stable upload schedule. But then, of course, it gets So that's basically how it started. If that was the original question.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It follows in line with that whole, I like to teach and I want to
Yeah.
just teach forever kind of mentality.
Sure.
I'm curious with the 99s. You have this mentality of like, you can't teach it unless you've done it, which makes a lot of sense. I'm not out there putting out Inferno guides. I've been trying to tell you guys I'm the best PVMer ever, but I haven't released the Oxie M Inferno guide.
We should
yet.
talk about your guides though, because they are top tier.
Dude, shut up, man. I don't want to talk about my YouTube boss and guides.
It's in the description
Anyways,
if you guys care to watch.
You don't have to. You really don't have to. But when you make these videos, these 1 to 99 guides, these guides on how to make money, are they from experience? Because my track from 1 to 99, let's say 1 to 99 range, for example, is probably not the most optimal guide. Sitting at blue dragons from 40 to 62 range on various Slayer tasks is probably not the most effective way to get red dehyde. But I'm just curious how you went about making them. Like what the thought process going into that was.
Is this specifically for the money making guides or also for the skill guides?
Just any guide,
Right.
any guide you can think of.
So,
is it like I do research on the wiki or
So basically what happens is that for any guide that I put out, normally the very first things that come up is like what I have done, right? So, all right, how to get 1 to 99 rune crafting? First, I'll think of the way I did it. All right, okay, so, I mean, I'm not going to tell you like step by step how I did it, but that's like first option. And then I will go through the skill list and then go like, okay, so what else can we do for rune crafting? All right, we have cosmic runes. All right, for experience, that's probably not the best idea. Let's scrap that. So I basically make a whole list of like everything that I can think of. And then, all right, so it's option A, what I have done. Option, did I say A or 1? I don't know. Second option.
A.
Option B. What I can think of whenever I think of making this guide. And number 3, then I would do, a little bit of research, of course. Like, okay, so how do you make money in the mid game? All right, so this is what I can think of. This is what I have done. This is what I remember. I look at maybe like skilling. I open the, let's say the crafting thing. Okay, so how can I make money with crafting? Okay, so I can make profit with this. And then worst case scenario, like everyone else does, wiki, of course, right? So, of course, I'm not one of those people that goes like, okay, let me quickly record something on the game, and then I just give you the rates from the wiki. No, like I'll actually like do it for like an hour, 2 hours or so, and then I will say, okay, so this is what I got. But then I always have disclaimers in my videos. All right, this is what I have done with like sort of like not max efficiency, of course, because no one does that other than top 1% of people. But then I would do it myself. And so yeah, that's basically what happens, because normally speaking, like even though the wiki rates are like kind of accurate, most of the time what I realize is that it's it has like maybe some weird different like calculations that I'm probably not like getting right. So sometimes I may be getting more money, more experience than what the wiki says. Sometimes I get less, and yeah, so that's because what I always tell people, disclaimer, is okay, this is what I got. You can time yourself and get it. Because the one thing I hate is whenever I make a video and that, okay, so this is what happens, and then even though you warn people, you still get comments like, oh, you didn't do this right. And I'm like, dude, okay. Like, I just don't
Can't
know
please
what to do.
everyone.
So this recently happened with, another little tangent. This happens very, very often. I put up a JAD guide, like back in January, I think. I very specifically tell in the video before the run, all right, this is the setup I recommend, which is like a really scuffed gear, like black dragon hide, archer's helmet, blowpipe. Very, very specifically, I say, all right, in the run, I'm going to use armadillo, twisted bow, like max gear, just to show you the mechanics. I get one comment a week. Why are you using a T-bow? Okay. Like, what? All right. I just hate it. That's why whenever you watch one of my videos, I have like 1 minute of disclaimer. So it's like, okay, I'm doing this specifically. I'm not doing this, do that. And people still comment on it. That just tilts me so much, dude. That just tilts me so much.
I want to go to this video right now and be like, why are you using a twisted bow?
You're getting blocked on the channel, but yeah, you're getting blocked.
Just one tick ban from this page. Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's basically how how that came to be. And yeah, so that's like the beginnings, I would say. I mean, the beginning for the 1 to 99 guide. And I don't know if you want to get into like how I got I mean, I really don't want to sound ego, but like how it started to pick up traction, or
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, dude. How many subscribers do you have on YouTube right now? Don't feel like, oh, I don't want to brag
Yeah.
for us for a second. How many subscribers you got? Let's get down to the number here. What do we got?
Today I got 27,000. Like today we hit it. Yeah, we hit it.
Okay. Oh, congratulations,
Oh, nice.
dude.
Thank you,
GC, bro.
So
And was that question like just I don't know how to word this question.
Yeah.
So with the subscribers, was it gradual for you, or was it you had a viral video and then suddenly you woke up overnight and now you have 20,000 new friends?
That's exactly where I was getting to. All right. So I believe it took me 2 years to get my first 1,000 subscribers. I think I started what did I tell you? January of 2019. And then January of 2021, I think I still had I was just getting there. I don't know what happened in 2021 that it started picking up slightly more because of the guides. And last year, exactly about May of 2021, I had 2.5K. And, again, I always preface this by saying that, this was not malicious. This was not intended in any bad way. I don't know if you remember last year, there was the KAOTIC drama that, he basically, that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing okay.
I think he is.
Yeah, I do.
A lot of people just say, oh, you milked it or whatever, but that's what I'm getting to. So basically, I have this friend. I don't know if you guys follow Twitter, YouTube drama too much. Basically, from my Let's Play days, I have a small group of friends, and one of them is called Boblax. Right now, he has a drama channel of 300,000 subscribers, where he basically whenever there's YouTube or Twitter drama, he basically screenshots the tweets, and he basically puts them on Premiere, reads over them, ships it, and then that's how he got quote unquote I mean, I would say really popular.
So what you're saying is he's the Oak Dice of the real world. You ever heard of Oak Dice?
I've watched a lot of his videos, but what is that reference?
He's like the RuneScape drama guy. Anytime something's happening, he makes a video.
yeah. So basically that, right? Just really quickly, he also exploded because he made a video. There was some drama between Pokemon and Keemstar, and then he basically grabbed the videos, the tweets, and just put them together, no commentary, no music, nothing. And then Pokemon copy struck that video. And then because of that, it was the Streisand effect, I think people call it. Because Pokemon didn't want to make that bigger, because the video got taken down. It was basically oh, Pokemon is abusing copyright. She's a troll and whatever. So my friend Boblax went from 5,000 subscribers to in just one day he got 500,000 views from that video, and it was just exploded. So
Oxie,
not to get
I'm telling you, bro, we gotta make people think we don't want them to listen to this podcast.
YouTube drama.
Bro, can we manufacture some drama? Just kidding.
Go.
Kidding.
All right, so very, very quickly, this is kind of background information for this. So my friend Boblax, he got really big off doing that. And I was like, all right, so I see the KAOTIC drama. Let me yoink his series. Obviously I asked for permission, hey, can I copy your series for this? And it's yeah. So back in May, I believe that video went up the 17th of May. I made my Twitter versus KAOTIC drama, and it was just seeing what people were tweeting, and it was most a lot of people were obviously against KAOTIC back then, and I basically made the video, and I believe in one day, I mean it wasn't like a huge explosion, but I was making my achievement diary guides where in one day on a good day, I would get 100 views in the video. And I was oh my God, it's popping. But then in one day, I think that video got 3,000 views or something. And back then it was oh my God, what is this? So at the time, I was taking a break from making videos. I don't remember why. And that was like, okay, I had like this list of like 8 videos that I wanted to do, like starting in like June or July. And I was like, all right, if I lose traction on this, you know, I think it's just gonna die. So I start uploading. That video went up on the Monday, and then I started uploading Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I just, you know, it was just like basically random videos, because at the time I had a 9 to 5 at I was language coordinator at a like business college, whatever. And I was just like my 9 to 5, and then I would only have like, you know, like 2 or 3 hours to make a video. So I would do like little rambly videos, you know, what I call them, which is basically giving my opinion on it. And I was like, okay, is RuneScape 3 really that bad? Is Old School RuneScape worth playing in 2021? Is like what would have happened if we had new skills in RuneScape? So basically videos that were not like very high quality, because I could just put them out like really quickly. So it basically
like
got
a
to
mini
point.
podcast.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, basically, because of that, you know, it obviously started gaining traction, and it was like better and better and better. I remember that my very first like pop-off day was like 1 month after my you know, after I started making money on YouTube, which was the 24th. So like only a week after my Twitter versus Theatrics video hit. So my one video where I showed people how much money I made from 1 month from like RuneScape, like YouTube, like guides and everything. And in one day, I think I got like 420 subscribers or something. I was like, oh my God, this is popping. And yeah, so that basically like started going up and up, and I was like, all right, this has to die sometime soon. But then like every day it just like keeps going. Until I believe when I got my first like 3 monthly payments from YouTube, which by the way, this is again not flexing, because of how Mexico works. Our like average income is like not like really high. Back then I was making anywhere between like $700 and like $900 per month from YouTube, which was more than I was getting from my 9 to 5, and I was like, should I quit?
That's the dream.
Yeah. So I basically, first of all, I discussed this with my wife at the time we were engaged, and I was like, okay, so this is what happens. You know, this is what's going on. Do you think it's a bad idea if I quit? And it's like, all right, listen, even if you stay in your 9 to 5, you know, like no one is, how do you say this? Like no one is expendable, I think. So like, even if you're comfortable in your 9 to 5 financially, at one point they can just like fire you, and it's like, okay, so from YouTube, and it's like, all right, so YouTube is also like a kind of volatile thing. Like, what do you think? And it was like, you know, if you like it, if it's your dream, just go for it. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. So yeah, starting in about I think I quit in October, because the deal with this is that I was going to make videos. Like I originally got back into Old School RuneScape when I started watching people like Mudkip, Devious, Alkan. Those are the 3 that I always reference.
Shout out.
Because to me, watching a progression, like, you know, basically progressing an account, like basically Mudkip is one of my favorite ones. Like watching his #1 video for his UIM to like now where he has like full ancestral infernal like to me that's magical. And it was like, all right, if I want to quit my job, I kind of want to do this like myself at one point. And then I was like, okay, Leagues 3 is coming up. Let me practice with Leagues 3, like kind of the progression videos, and then try to see if after Leagues I can make like Max Main series, like a Hardcore Ironman series. So yeah, that's basically, you know, how it started. For 4 months, I uploaded 3 videos per week, which right now I have no idea how I did it, because right now just one, yeah. Right now, because of the quality, you know, I'm just basically like pushing the quality like more and more. It's not like, you know, if I upload like a rambly video talking about something, you know, I'm comfortable having some gameplay in the background, like talking, exporting, shipping it. But the way I do them right now is like I just want to deliver like the best quality I can do, like keep improving. So it's just not back then where I could push like 3 videos a week. Right now, I struggle with like putting just 1 a week, because like how much it, you know, how much goes into it. So yeah, I uploaded 3 videos a week for 4 months, and then I just basically scaled it down for, you know, 1 week, 1 video per week, and that's basically what I've been doing since May 17th of last year. So far it's been pretty good.
3 videos a week. That's insane.
Yeah, that's
I had a period of time where I uploaded some like weekly series videos. I did the old timers in TNL were remember the clue season days.
Hell yeah.
Where I opened various clues throughout the week and then I had a big opening at the end of it. By the end of that month, I was exhausted. So like maintaining, I did Leagues 2 videos as well for Trailblazer.
Nice.
Absolutely just exhausted. Like I didn't even finish recording my Leagues 2 journey. I like recorded the intro and was like, all right, sick. And then just didn't. I have probably 40 minutes plus of like Leagues 3 footage completely unedited. I have so much footage of like the very end of Leagues 3, like when all the servers shut down, like when all the cannons were, or Leagues 2 rather, not Leagues 3. So, you know, the fact that you're able to stick with it, you know, that's impressive to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it once a week. Not that you suggested there is, but you know, that sacrifice of quality over quantity, I mean, it really does show. Your channel's still growing. From the content that I have seen, there is, you know, there's obviously thought put into it. It's not just sitting in front of a microphone and randomly talking about something related to RuneScape, you know. And even if you're just doing like an audio over a slideshow, that shit can take way longer than it should.
True. That's what my videos used to be.
Right?
Yeah.
And those just, it can be way, way, way longer than it needs to be. You know, start editing and then finally at the very end, you're like, why was I doing that for 2.5 hours? Like, this is a slideshow with some audio on it. Like, why'd this take so long? I don't know, man. That's awesome.
How long?
It's very cool.
How long does it take you to like? What's the process look like from you conceptualize a video, you record all the clips, you edit it, and it's posted?
So the process first, right now I have a, little insight, I would say. I have a little notepad I keep on me right here. I have video ideas planned until September. And it's just like very sporadic ideas that I can think of. Okay, I think I can make a video about this, so let's see how it goes. So first of all, I brainstorm things that I can come up because thankfully, I believe in August we're gonna get Raids 3, so that's gonna be kind of like a boost to the.
I heard it's gonna be July.
Yeah.
I heard early July, boys.
God, let's go.
Early July, boys.
Early? You said early?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice, because late July.
I've heard some rumors back and forth.
Hopefully.
I've heard some rumors that July 6th might be the day.
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to freak the community out here. I could be completely mistaken, but from what I've heard through the grapevine, friends of friends, things like that, July 6th-ish might be the big one. Might be the big day for Raids 3. But again,
6th.
that is not confirmed.
Oof.
I could be mistaken.
I think I'm gonna take the day off. I really do. I have unlimited PTO at my new job, and so as long as I give them enough notice, I can effectively take any day off I want.
Nice.
And so I really think I'm gonna try and take the day off because I've been challenged by Oxie to become the best Tombs of a Mascot raider within the clan. So that I need to start off on a good foot,
Yeah. I leave for Europe on July 9th.
I'm also leaving on vacation somewhere in July, so I'm kind of worried.
The dream.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping it's July 6th. Like, I don't want it to be the next week, and then I'm in like Vienna, Austria, having to like try Raids 3 on my phone or something like that. I don't want to do that. That would be awful. So I'm hoping it's either early July or early August, just for the selfish fact that I can play it and not be overseas. But yeah, I'm very excited for that day. That's going to be another wake up at 5:30 in the morning, get dressed, shower, make breakfast, and like just play Raids 3 until I pass out. I think I did next I think I was online for next from like 6:30 to probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon before I like physically couldn't stand.
Let's be honest. I'm not expecting them to have Raids 3 ready in the morning. I'm fully expecting some sort of rollback. I mean, sorry, Jagex.
You know what?
But
for me,
I also have a story
that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun for me.
Yeah.
Waking up and being so excited, and then 40 minutes later going on Twitter and going, God damn it.
I woke up
Just
at
having to
4
sit
a.m. for
there.
this.
Sit there for like an hour. You're like, well, I could have slept till 10 a.m. This is that's part of the fun for me in RuneScape, you know. So I don't mind a rollback every now and then.
What was your story of that, Kaoz?
Yeah, let me do the story and let me go back to the process
for
of
sure.
the content creation because that was
Back on
that
track.
was a
Yeah,
tangent
we're-
on a
we're-
tangent. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So-
we're a tangential family here. So
so the stories, right? When I when I'm now I'm doing this like quote unquote like full time, even though it's like not true because I'm still teaching. So I can like at any point I can tell my students, okay, no class today. I have some important project to do. Like little do they know the important project is waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning to play a 2007 version of a pixelated browser game for children. So, but they don't know that.
When
They
you
don't
put
know
it
that.
like that, though.
It's like, ooh, I hope the teacher is doing okay, right? So basically what happened, the first time I wake up at 4 in the morning for new content, wait, was it Leagues 3? I think it was Leagues 3 back in January.
yeah, it was Leagues 3.
I'm pretty
man.
sure.
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure next was everything was smooth, right? Because first the
Nope.
first big no, it
Nope.
wasn't.
Everything was fine. So the only
I
thing
think
they
so,
changed
yeah.
for Nex in the morning was the Slayer helmet thing.
Oh, okay.
Because the coughing, it was
Cough,
like
cough,
Rona
cough.
Simulator 2021,
like-
it was, or 2022.
Yeah.
There was just coughing everywhere.
So I remember the very first time I wake up at 4 in the morning, which was stupid because it came online at like 5:30. So I woke up for nothing. Next, I believe was like kind of smooth in the way that there was no rollbacks or everything. So I was like, all right, if there's new content, I'm gonna do this again. Leagues 3 pops up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a 24-hour live stream for Leagues 3, and yeah, let's wing it. I wake up super excited. 30 minutes in, system update. Oh god. So I was like, this should be quick, guys, right? And that's not the case. So basically, what happens is that was like strike one, right? Then I wake up like. I don't know if you guys know about this, but runecrafting is my favorite skill. It has been since 2011 because it was my second 99. That was the way I trimmed my cooking cape because untrimmed cooking cape noob. I was heavily bullied for my untrimmed cooking cape, and I also bully people for having untrimmed cooking cape. So
Listen,
anyway,
cooking is the greatest skill in this game.
so basically, runecrafting, my favorite skill in the game. I was like, dude, Guardians of the Rift, here we go. I wake up, rollback. Oh my god. So yeah, right now I don't know if I want to wake up at 5 a.m. for Raid 3, but we'll basically have to wait and see.
Bro, it's like gambling, Like
Yeah, for sure.
You're sad if you look back, and then you're upset if you end up doing it. So I don't know. I feel like the play is just a full send.
So yeah,
Full
I think I'll end
send. Wake
doing
up
it.
at 5 a.m. So tangent aside.
Tangent, yeah, content.
You said you have a notebook,
Process.
right?
Yeah, content. yeah. Back on
So,
track.
back on
in
track.
typical XP Waste fashion.
Back on track. I have like videos like lined up, like video ideas all the way until September, and then basically what happens is that I grab the next video idea. Okay, so what's more feasible for me to do? What don't I need like a lot of practice for? So like for example, if I want to do right now a corrupted gauntlet guide, I only have 30 KC, which is okay to get the hang of it, but I mean, I don't know if I want to make a guide with that experience. So yeah, so my next video, right? So the tomorrow's video, which is a Nightmare Zone guide, that's ready to go. But the next one is Barbarian Assault, right? So what do I do? If I'm starting from scratch, first I think of the idea. All right. Other than the idea, I start like doing the content if I haven't done it in a long time. If if there's anything that I need to like get updated on, and then I will just start recording. So now, well, I mean for the Barbarian Assault it does, but normally what happens is that first, if it's a guide 1 to 99, money making, anything else, first I write a script because there has been times I think. One of my videos, what was it? I think I tried making the one of my videos. I think I was like, okay, let's wing it. I try recording it for 50 minutes. I couldn't even get past like the first 2 minutes of content. I was like, yeah, that's not happening. So
no.
I basically script most of my videos to the point where right now I think I'm writing in a week more than I wrote for like my college thesis or something. So it's like okay, but that's a lot better
though.
Yeah. So I write the script, I record it, and then I go in Premiere and then I cut everything just so it's ready, like, you know, packed. There's no cuts, there's no like like coughing, like, oh my god, like I shouldn't do. So everything is perfectly as you hear it in the video. And then I will start with you know, like kind of visualizing how I want the graphics to look like, right? So I think I've done the AFK money making guide. I go like, all right, so for the AFK money making guide, the first one, all right, the title of the money making method, right? Like, for example, using your pestle and mortar in crushed nest, you literally need nothing for that. So it's like name method, how much time do you have to pay attention to your screen, how much money can you make, you know, with these prices. So it's like I visualize them, and then with the footage, I go like, okay, so let me see if this works. So I go in Photoshop, I basically put the you know, the things in there to go like, I think this is okay. So I make the graphics, like the graphics template first, and then I start recording footage, right? So when I have the footage ready, it's like, okay, AFK money making method. Let me grab the footage of me making cannonballs, the footage of making gold bracelets, like all of this, right? So I put it there, and then when I have commentary, video lined up together, time to do the intro. All right, like my disclaimers, of course. If someone says, that's not profitable anymore," and it's like, yeah, but that was back then. It's like, shut up, right?
Timestamp sake.
So yeah, I do the intro disclaimers, and then I started with the graphics, right? So it's like, okay, I'm doing cooking. All right, so what am I cooking? Okay, cook whatever fish you want. Okay, this is the profit for each fish that you can expect. And then when I have all the graphics, I just basically put them together. Like what I do is that I don't rely on like a lot of like effects. Like some people like would like swoosh like the you know the graphics in the scene. They would like start making them bigger, flash and everything. I'm a really simplistic person to the point where if I need the least amount of not to call myself lazy, but if it, how do I say this, if it looks
efficient,
stupid,
you're efficient.
Yeah. So my videos, if you see the editing thing, is just like commentary, video, graphics, and then like kind of like fade in, fade out, and that's it. So I do the graphics, and then at the very end, because like you guys mentioned, you have your Patreon, you know, for people to watch this. I also have something like that for my for my channel, where if you become a channel member, I believe in like the 3rd tier, Dragon tier. If I have the video ready before it's supposed to be uploaded, people can watch it for both like an early watch, or also, you know, if they catch any mistakes. So
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really nice. So I render it for those people, and normally now I have to wait until Sunday to do it, because if I'm streaming on a Sunday and then someone becomes a channel member, I have to add them at the end of the kind of like the credits, right? So video's ready, I do members, and then at the very end I put the music just to see, okay, right now I'm really enjoying the I think there's an audio thingy called RuneScape 3 medley, where it's like basically like a compilation of RuneScape 3 music, which is like absolutely insane. A lot of old school RuneScape players, justifiably so, kind of, you know, have PTSD with RuneScape 3. I don't. I'm also maxed in RuneScape 3, by the way. So yeah, that's
is it the James Hannigan stuff? I love the RuneScape music. Is it like the symphonic
it's so good.
pieces?
So yeah, that one.
That stuff is so good.
So yeah, I've like more recently I've like not to be lazy, but I just genuinely enjoy that. The music just sounds so nice. But if it's something else, like for example, if I'm doing something in like for example my how to prepare for raids 3 video, I basically put desert music. My
make it thematic.
Like, yeah. So if I can think of a music that goes with the video, I add it. If it's like random, I'll just like throw in the RuneScape 3 compilation, which is nice. So yeah, then when the members are ready and everything, here comes the most crucial part of video making. So far, I think like right now with the quality that I'm used to doing, a video can take upwards of like I would say 10, 15, 20 hours to make, all the way to, I believe I made my Inferno video, and that took about like for the entire week maybe like 40, 50 hours put into a single video, which was like normally a lot higher than that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So all of that, and then it comes to the upload, where your whole video depends on a thumbnail, a title, and the tags. So to me personally, if anyone listening knows anything about making videos, you might think that making the video is the hard part. Oh no, because
Nope.
yeah, nope. So if you
I got a funny
make
story
your video,
for that.
yeah. So then I go for a title. So like I very recently I learned that it's important to have the 2 or 3 most important parts of the title like at the very beginning, because it's like if my Nightmare Zone video, for example, I have how to get the most points AFK Nightmare Zone, like okay, like that's not gonna like roll off and people are just gonna get lost in the title. So Monday's video is called the best Nightmare Zone guide OSRS 2022. So like the best is like the thing that I kind of want to like keep, even though it's like even if it's not the best, obviously, you know, it's like the best I could do.
Dude, it's your best.
Yeah, of course.
That's all that matters.
So just have those
It's for
three.
me. It's the best kind of.
Yeah, of course. And then the most stressful part is both making a thumbnail, because like you have to like decide like in just like a fraction of a second if someone sees that thumbnail, oh, that looks catchy, let me click that, right? And then I would say the worst part is adding the tags, because like you have those 500 characters to play with, and it's like, okay, how can I get people to click on this? So I would go on YouTube. I would go on like a, maybe not a VPN, but I would go in another browser, incognito window, like no cookies, nothing, no history. And I would go on YouTube and go, so if tomorrow's video is Nightmare Zone, all right, how do people normally look at Nightmare Zone? Okay, NMZ. So I type OSRS NMZ, and then, you know, little tip for anyone making videos, this is what I do. Everything that pops up with OSRS NMZ, you put that in your tags, because that's what people are looking for whenever they're searching OSRS NMZ. So like even like, okay, this might sound a little bit clickbaity, but you know, it's not like, all right, you can get 10 million points in Nightmare Zone per hour. Like, you know, that's bad clickbait, because it's obviously not a thing. So like, for example, for tomorrow's video, I type OSRS NMZ magic guide, even though I don't do magic, because if that's what people are looking for, then my video can show up. So that's basically the metadata. And then whenever uploading, you know, since you guys also upload videos, that's basically, you know, the same, like adding monetization, what else, like your end cards, schedule. So that's the process from thinking of a video idea to all the way up to schedule. So you just basically schedule it. And what's fun about this is that I normally upload 12 p.m. CST, because that's what my analytics tell me, how active my subscribers are at that like time frame, I would say. So that's what I do, and so far it has worked pretty okay. So
we need to look at when y'all we need to look at when XP Wasters are at. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna upload whether, you know, once a week.
Yeah.
I think we generally go with 7 o'clock Eastern time or 7 o'clock Central time whenever we upload it. Because people like to listen to us on their way to work.
Yeah.
So I think we centralize it on the morning. So like, because we have a lot of people who like, we released last week's episode on Friday. Dude, people were putting cannons and shit up in Falador on our home world.
No way.
They were
They were hitting the We Pay,
where's
We
the
Say,
podcast?
No Thursday episode.
Oh no.
People in the
Listen.
Gnome Child tier were doing $1 a month with the crabs and shit. They were, oh no.
I busted my butt to get that episode out on Friday, and you guys deserve it. I'm not saying I would never do that, but yeah, listen, you can't ever predict the audio issues that are going to come up, and that's just kind of like we've come to terms with it.
Yeah,
and
whatever dumbass messed that first recording up.
Come on,
We would,
give yourself some
point
credit.
fingers or anything like that.
It was OBS, not you, Oxie. But
we love it. It keeps us accountable to like consistently upload. So I imagine you kind of, you know, as a significantly larger YouTube presence than us, I imagine you kind of have something similar where like it's Monday and he hasn't recorded an episode. Like, is everything okay, Chaos? Like, are you good? You know, like you have to upload on like a Tuesday or.
Normally for uploads that doesn't happen, because I'm mentally like ill when it comes to like, you know, I'm kind of obsessed in a way that if I start something, I don't finish it until I know it's over. And because I know that this YouTube and streaming thing isn't over, like it's just a constant cycle. I'm always like, you know, I will always force myself to like, even if it's a, you know, I'm you know, again, I'm not calling myself lazy, but if I, you know, I think this has only happened once where I think I can't get a video ready, and it's already Friday. Okay, let me think of a quick topic that I can just like slap some commentary and footage together, and that's it. That has only happened once. So because I already know the cycle, and I'm already like super used to this like routine, I always, no matter what happens, I always have a video up on Monday. But this recently happened where I think I went out for breakfast with like my parents, my wife. And after that, it was like, oh, should we go to the groceries now? Yeah, let's just like save some time. To the point where I normally stream at like 9, 10 a.m. CST. It was 1 p.m. and I wasn't either streaming or in the Discord. And then I come back in. I have like 3 or 4 DMs from people. It's like, are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm fine. So yeah, what happened? So my mistake, right? Listen, when I was on my way to breakfast, I was like, oh, I didn't tell the Discord that I wasn't streaming until like 1 p.m. Oh well, nothing bad could happen from this. Come to realize, people actually think something happened to me, and I always tell them this. Like if I don't go live one day, or if you don't hear from me on Discord, like if I don't really use Twitter much, but if you don't see me active online, like for a whole day, especially for streaming, then yeah, you can guess like something bad happened to me. Otherwise, I would tell people, all right, I had an emergency, can't stream today. But my mental, like my mentality is like, I'm so like mentally obsessed to like, keeping up a schedule that if I don't stream for a day, I think the streak is over. And it's like, well, why should I continue? So yeah, that's, so that's basically why. So far, that's why I've been streaming like every single day, even if it's for like 30 minutes. Another known fact, if anyone watches this, I have this thing where I call my thing like a taco internet. Like hopefully this is not like super offensive, but to me, maybe not like really offensive, but maybe making fun of yourself in a way that's not like really racist. But I can poke fun at like the color of my skin, like my people and whatever. So I have this thing where I call like my thing the taco internet, where normally I'm streaming on a Sunday, and if I'm streaming and then my upload speed drops to like like half a megabyte or like megabit, I'm still kind of illiterate with those things. I would stream for like 20 minutes, and it's like, guys, this is impossible. Taco internet is hitting. Goodbye. So even if it's for 20 minutes, I'd go live. Even if I know like there's something wrong, it's like I can't break the streak. So yeah, that's basically what happens with the taco internet. And yeah, other than that, haven't broken the streak, which is pretty nice.
How long has the streak been going? You said at least this year?
Yeah, the 1st of January 2022, and I haven't stopped. Before that, I think I streamed normally I set myself to like streaming like every Friday, because that was like my slow day. And I was like, okay, at least once a week. But then I went live the 1st of January to prepare for next, because I believe next was January 4th. And I was like, all right, if I want to stream next, let me prepare for next. So I was like, okay, let me stream the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd, because on on the 1st, I think I only did like something quick with my family like in the afternoon, and I was like, I think I can stream in the morning, because I didn't have class that day. So I was like, yeah, let's stream. And then I streamed the 2nd, the 3rd, next drops, and it's like, oh, this is nice. I streamed next for like 2 or 3 days. I kind of burn out. It's like, I'm not seeing any Torva. Peace, right? So I was like, all right, let me stream a couple more times. And then after 2 weeks, it was like, this is easy. Let me continue, and the streak has been going ever since. And the goal is to stream 1 full year, no stop. Even when I go on vacation, I plan on taking my laptop, and even if it's for like 20 minutes, like do a farm run. Hey guys, I hope you have a good day. Peace, and I'm going to the beach, and that's it. So like, yeah, that's the kind of the mentality. And I would say the bad thing, if I can like take just a couple more minutes, this is like that's also like a really bad thing for my mental, because it's like, so if I know that a video takes most of my like most of the week, normally like you should go like, all right, so yeah, making a video should be like, you're already in the rhythm of of everything, shouldn't worry. Oh no, it's quite the opposite. So a video drops on Monday, and you should go like, okay, so you can rest, whatever. Oh, Monday, as soon as the video drops, it's like, okay, so what's the next one? I need to record.
What's next?
I need to, yeah. So like, to the point where right now, I I can be watching a movie with my wife, we can be playing, we can be with a puppy, we can do anything. And if I don't have a video ready, I can't get the video off my mind. And it's like, dude, I really need to get this off. To the point where, like, I think this got, like, really, really bad, like, a month ago, where it's like, I had those video ideas planned, but for some odd reason, I just couldn't get them done until, like, maybe Thursday or Friday. So, like, the entire week, I was just, like, stressing out. Actually, I could barely sleep one night because it's like, dude, I have so many things to record, so many things to script. So it actually affects my mental, like, quite a bit. And, you know, to the point where, like, people might be saying, oh, yeah, you're living the dream playing RuneScape for a living. But, you know, I am always very open with people to the point where it's like this actually affected me, like, so much, like, in one point. You know, not to get into the, like, specifics of it, I also made a video about this, which is called Osrs Broke Me, where it's like, when I was doing my Leagues 3, both streaming and videos, I was like, okay, so do I, you know, because I had no prior practice to, you know, like, account progression, like, you know, my favorite YouTubers, Mudkip, Devious, Alk, and everything. So I had no previous practice. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And because I was aiming for the Dragon Cup, I was like, all right, so it's either the Dragon Cup or the videos. And I was like, oh man, it's a Dragon Cup. So like for 1 or 2 days, like I could barely sleep. I was just like with my wife, and it's like, dude, what do I do? And it's like, it really, really affected me, you know, because I just had this mentality of, like, finish what you started. If you don't start it, you're a fail. If you don't end it, you're a failure. And I just can't live with that. So that's also how it affects you. I'm always really open with people to, you know, like, the negatives of OSRS content creation.
Bro. Yeah, I love that. Let me back up. I don't love that it's taking a toll on you mentally on occasion.
Yeah, I understand.
I love that there's like an openness and an understanding to, like, yes, on paper, this is kind of the dream job.
Yeah.
You know, you get to play one of your favorite games every day and record and stream and hang out with all your friends, because, I mean, let's be honest, your community is probably some of the closest.
Oh, they're
friends
lovely.
you
Yeah,
have
for
at
sure.
the moment.
Shout out,
I know.
Shout out to my Discord.
I know that's true for me, you know. Yeah, I like, but those days where really you can't think about anything else but what you have to make.
True.
Those days where you're up until 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because I just got to do this one more edit, or like, damn it, I still got to make a thumbnail, or like, damn it, I got to get a title. Where, like, you know, you just have to keep on going. And then, like, do I stay up until it's fully uploaded? Do I trust my computer to get it done? You know, those bits and pieces of that, like, I have to be working on this or it's not going to get done, really do take a toll. So, I mean, you know, this is the therapist side of me showing. I frankly appreciate the hell out of you for being as open and as genuine with, you know, some of these feelings of, like, you know, this job is great, but this job can also suck sometimes.
It does, yeah.
Like, it could take take a
stressful,
lot out of you sometimes. Yeah, it's a good stress,
it
right?
Is, yeah.
You know, obviously you like doing this more than you do the computer, the software
for sure.
work, things like that. And this seems like something you're naturally talented and naturally passionate about. But even things we like can be stressful. I mean, shit, to get home today for this episode, you know, I had to tell my family. I was like, I don't want to be an asshole, but, like, we cannot be late getting home. Like, we have an interview tonight, and, like, I have to, you know, so the whole car ride home, it's like, hope nothing happens, hope my internet's okay, you know, hope we're able to figure everything out, hope there's no, like, audio issues on the way. So, you know, good stress can pile up a bit. So, broadly, for all you XP Wasters or Chaos fans out there, if you're listening, if the stress is piling up, it's okay to find a way to take a break. We always talk about on this show the best way to, you know, get over a burnout is to just not play this game. You know, I've recently think I've unburned a little bit. I am motivated on the group Iron Man to, like, train skills and, like, do raids with the boys. I finally got a Hydra task on the main. I pulled a Hydra Claw the other day.
Oh my
hella
God,
spooned.
nice.
So the rebuild is moving along swimmingly from the scythe. Not sure what I'm going to spend it on. Michael, do not say fletching supplies. But we're moving it along for my diary cape.
Fletching supplies.
I'm not. Oh no. So I feel like a sense of motivation. You know, I'm not lasagna logging right now because I can't do Hydra and record. I can't do Hydra
Oh, no.
and do crabs and record a podcast.
Did we
but-
both like apply the same burn cream? Because I'm feeling a little unburnt as well.
I don't know.
I put membership on my group account. This whole time we've been talking, I've nearly been logged into 2 accounts, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I'm back.
Michael's been like doing clues and shit. I
Yeah.
keep getting notifications in the group thing that like TNL Michael has got a new collection.
I
log
walked
item.
from Alcarid to Falador to Barbarian Village because I needed 3 items for the clues, and I'm like, I'll just buy them from the shops. And then I did the clue, and I had to walk all the way to the guy from Rag and Bone Man in Varrock, and I was going to build the stash unit, and I forgot the nails, so I had to teleport all the way back to Varrock, and then walk all the way back to Rag and Bone Man, and it was at that point that I was like, I need to get off this account. So I'm back to fishing. I'm just gonna fish.
You know, Michael and I are in a spot right now for you guys where we've kind of unburnt, but you know, for those of you who have been hanging for a while, damn, y'all know that we can burn and we can burn hard.
Yeah.
So if this game it gets to a point where you're like, I can't sleep very well, it's okay to take a break. This is not for you, Chaos.
No, okay.
This is not directly for you, Chaos. This is for, you know, everyone. But yeah, no, dude, I appreciate you being as open as you have been with 2 people who are effectively complete strangers. So I
We
love
were
that. I love
not
that.
anymore, and also
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. No, we're
On the topic of burnout,
bonded through the podcast.
So on the topic of burnout, like you know, another quick tangent, like you said, like dreaming about the game, losing sleep. You can either lose
Oh my
sleep,
god,
or you can dream about the game, which is what happened to me when I was doing the Inferno. I don't know if this has already happened to you, Oxie.
Thank you. The Inferno
listen.
Nightmares. The
Okay,
Inferno
look,
Nightmares.
listen, wait. I have a great story. Listen. So, attempt number 26. I get to Zuck. I kill all healers. Zuck 70 HP. 2 hits away. I have this. I choke. I run farther away. I get killed. That day, that night, I had a dream about that being a nightmare. I woke up. I have my Infernal Cape. Not the case. So, yeah, you can either lose sleep over XP or, which is worse in my opinion, you can have dreams about the game, and then when you wake up, you realize they're not true, and it's like, oh man, I just had a great dream about having an Infernal Cape. So until you have a dream about beating Zuck, and then you wake up and you realize it's not true, you're not a true Infernal Caper, by the way. So
The worst Inferno Nightmare I've ever had. And I think I've talked about it on the show before. So I have been learning Inferno from some gamers in TNL. You know, you guys, you know, Jesse Immortal, people like that. And the gamers don't mess around. They're like, hey, you're learning how to one-tick flick today. You know, things like that. Like I've said, counting to 2 is the most difficult thing you can do in this damn game. I have fallen asleep. You know when you're like mostly asleep, but you can still kind of get woken up, this kind of like half dreary sleep or whatever. I have had nightmares that have kept me awake where the only thing I see that is keeping me awake is the ranger moving his hands up like this, because that's when you have to switch to prey range as soon as that animation starts.
yeah.
So, because when you got the mage range stack, it's mage and then range immediately, and I'm just sitting there in a panic, like trying to fall asleep, and I keep just seeing these hands go shoo, right over his head. And I'm like, I like wake up for a second, fall right back asleep. Dude, the Inferno Nightmares suck.
Oh god.
And I still don't have a cape.
It will happen eventually.
no.
A matter of time.
Someday, man. Someday the nightmares will end, and the cape will be on my back, and other people can have the nightmares. But oh man.
But yeah, like I said about the burnout thing that you said about the burnout cream. So like what I think I'm applying, like really quick topic. What I'm gonna apply, because it's like, all right, I definitely need I know that I need a break from making videos, because it's like I don't want to spend an entire week thinking that I need to get a video out. So the approach I'm taking is that my next 3 videos are like maybe not like easy, quick to get to, but are like normally things that I can get out quicker than the normal guide. So instead of not uploading 1 week, what I said, it's like, okay, let me prepare a couple of videos like quickly, just so I have a buffer of videos, so I can at least enjoy like 1 or 2 weeks, because I'm like severely burnt out on this. It's been a year like without a single break, and it's like I'm gonna take the sweaty approach to the break, and I'm gonna go hard 1 or 2 weeks so I can rest a couple of them and then get back into the rhythm.
Listen, it's about working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, with how we do these podcasts, we don't really have a way to like stockpile episodes.
We did one time. We did the back-to-back episode back in like episode, God, what was it, like 17 and 18?
Yeah, something like that.
Like right before the nerfs to the blowpipe happened. That second episode we recorded sucked balls. We were awake until 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time recording that back-to-back episode. It was not a good time. But like, you know, when you think about like taking a break like that, a thing that like I understand, because I'm also a content creator. I've done YouTube poorly. Again, you don't need to go to my YouTube channel.
Oh, I will check it out.
And I've done, you know,
Listen, I'll say this: if you want to go to my YouTube channel, I'm fairly proud of the videos that I put out.
Nice.
I'm not passionate about the account that I started, but
I'm not ashamed of my videos, but like, man, are they stupid? Considering where my account's at now, like, why was I making a guide on this? In any case, you know, it's not, you're not taking a break from it. And this doesn't, again, just apply to the three of us. It applies to everybody listening. You're not taking a break because you're over it and you like don't want to do it anymore. You're taking a break because you love it, but like, I just have to like take a, you know, I have to rest for a little bit. You know, if you're like playing sports, you know, if you really like playing soccer, you really like playing basketball, bowling, fencing, whatever it is, if you expect to do that for hours and hours and hours at a time without ever getting a water break or without ever sitting down, you know, all my American dudes who played football in high school, you're gonna get this. Doubles week for football, you know, where you're in the field for 8 to 10 hours a day, straight through in the early summer. You know, you get pads. It's Christmas Day. You put the pads on. You beat the shit out of each other for 12 hours. Yeah, no, days like that. Imagine a double with no breaks, and you keep on going, right? The break isn't because you're so sick of playing football. The break is because, like, goddamn, dude, I just like need a minute to sit for a little bit. I'll get back out there, but like I just need a minute. So I love that, you know, taking time to like make a backlog of videos that are, you know, kind of quicker and easier to make, which doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be lower quality.
Yeah, true.
Michael and I have episode topics that we could do in 30 minutes. We just don't shut the up. You know? So yeah. I like that. You know, there's the recognition that like I'm gonna put the extra work in to take the much needed break. Yeah.
This happened to me too, because you know I also relate to that. Two of the people I was like I started being really good friends with back in the Let's Play days. One of them being Boblax, the one I mentioned. There's another one of my friends called Bobry18. You know, we all started making Let's Play videos, and then like in 2015 we started like a channel together, and it's like both. I don't know if you're like really familiar with another type of like channel called Versus, and it's like two very popular Let's Players at the time. They made a channel where they record their gameplay together, and then whoever wins, you know, it's like a bet or whatever, right? So we basically recreated that, but with 3 people. But then we realized that gaming, you know, because we are like really busy now, and then you know we have like duties and everything to take care of. We also do a podcast, and that also happened to me where it's like, all right, let's do one this day and then one the following day, and those videos are just so bad because it's like, all right, so we just basically talked about like a full month of like experiences of what happened, and then the following day we have like nothing to talk about. It's like, okay, so what do we do? so yeah, I can very much relate to that.
So what are we doing? You know?
Yeah. And yeah, and like the final thing about the break, I guess, is that I know for a fact that if I don't upload it like 1 week, like the views for the videos, because you know normally they're more guide oriented, you know, there's always going to be someone looking to make money, how to get experience, how to get a 99, how to kill a boss. Like they're still going to like rack in, but from experience, I know that if YouTube stops like seeing your videos, it's like, oh, no upload, all right. People really like to blame the algorithm, but whenever you start getting into this, you know that it's like an actual thing where if you skip your schedule, YouTube, it's like, all right, let's not care about this channel anymore, and like getting back up to
So weird.
Yeah, to the thing that you were used to, right? So like, right now, I think for the past, again, as I've always said, no flexing, no bragging, anything. It's just like kind of insight. Like I think this whole month, I haven't had a single day where I go below like 10,000 daily views, which to me it's like great. So it's like I know that if I skip 1 week, the views are just gonna they're just gonna like start crumbling down, and for you to get back up to where you were, it's like, oh man, it's a Herculean task. So that's why I kind of don't want to skip on a week. So I will
the
sacrifice.
YouTube algorithm.
Yeah,
is the
it's a myth, but it's actually true.
It's the Loki meme of I've never seen this man before in my life. You take a week off.
Well,
Yeah,
it's like
a week a day.
you gotta please the YouTube gods as
Yeah,
it,
true.
as it
Yeah,
is.
that's definitely a reality for sure.
Your weekly sacrifice. But no, I mean, chiming in on the whole topic of like taking a break, I think there's an efficient way to do that, and I think you've kind of nailed it. You know what I mean? Like you're not necessarily taking a break. You're just being smarter with your time, and it's your time. Like the only thing we have in life is what we have. It's the days that we get on this earth. So then, how you spend it, how you want to spend it, that's up to you. And I think you can do both. And I applaud you for, for taking that like, I don't know, self-reflection and turning it into something that's going to work for you. I'm really excited to see if you can take this idea and even scale it up to, I can get an entire month of videos done and dusted in a week, and then all you have to do at that point is just work on marketing. You know what I mean?
True.
For those people who are doing the progression, it doesn't really work for them because you can't bank an entire month's of progress in 1 week.
True.
You have to play it that entire month. But your channel is kind of specific to, your channel is kind of different in the sense that you can like make a video on a topic that will still be relevant in 3 weeks.
By the time you upload it.
Yeah, by the time you upload it. So like no diss here at all. Like that's a smart strategy of like putting yourself out there, still getting content for people, because that at the end of the day, right? That's all that matters, is that you're making the thing that people want to watch. And if people stop wanting to watch it, there's nothing you can do. But I think that you're still on an upward trajectory, which is really, really cool to see.
Thank you.
Yeah. It has been a long time on this main title.
True.
Yeah,
not
how
that
are
I
you
want
doing
to stop.
on time?
Yeah, I just want to take
how
a
are you
quick
doing on
break.
time? I know it's
Perfectly fine. If you guys want to keep talking, actually, just to pull a Uno reverse card, I want to know a little bit about you guys. I mean, I know that people who watch this, religiously, they know about your accounts, the podcast.
those poor bastards.
If if you want to fill me in, like how you started playing, how this podcast came to be, how you met each other, like what what are your accounts at?
Have we done an entire have we done a breakdown episode? Leave the call. Have we done a breakdown of our story?
Breakdown of what?
Like how, I don't know that we've talked about ourselves a lot, and maybe if you piece together all 62 episodes, you could figure it out. But like,
oh my god,
yeah,
I don't think
it's quite a bit of lore to dig through. So we did technically record. We did record an episode about like how Michael and I met, and how we kind of came together. And we did an entire episode. Scape was our guest for that day. We had another interview with Scape. That was the infamous episode 36 that doesn't exist. Because the audio got broken.
Oh man.
In a way that was just like not salvageable.
And it was too late
and
to redo it.
It was like the collective fault of like all three of us. Like I think Scape's audio, the noise gate was so high, and he was recording at like 5:30 in the morning his time, right? So he was kind of talking a little softer, a little quieter, but his noise gate cut most of it off. So it was like what, and just
no.
like every here and there. You could barely get sentences out. You know, that's on that's on the three of us for like not being able to like do audio a little bit better. That's one of the reasons why we did, you know, the audio with you before we started recording. You know, you stream every single day, you make YouTube content every single week, and even then we're like, let's check.
Maybe worth checking. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That episode as well. My cat shit all over herself and then wiped it all over the floor.
Oh my God.
So I showed up to the recording late, like an
gosh.
hour into the episode, because I was chasing my cat around trying to like get chunks of poop off of her. She was a kitten and really dumb.
Okay.
It was like
Forgot about
she
that.
went to the bathroom and then was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Sit right down in it just to see what happens. It was. And then she's like, I'm going to scoot it all over the carpet. She's never scooted before in her whole life. She never has since. It was just that one day. I was hot and pissed.
Yeah.
But I showed up about an hour late to that recording. So that was on me for like not being on time. That episode would have been so good too, because it really did lay out how we met. But no, unfortunately, we've not done like a true, you know,
The root.
what?
Yeah. I mean,
like a true roots.
going back to episode 1, we kind of gave our like RuneScape backstory, and we can quickly go over that. And I think last week, wasn't it that we talked about briefly? We mentioned like the pandemic happened, and no, that was 2 weeks ago. We mentioned briefly like the pandemic happened, and that's what got us started in streaming, and then we met each other. But I can go first as far as like, I started playing in 2005, like very, very inefficiently. I mean, I think the
was the
main
way.
goal. Do I?
That was the way.
That was the way. You're right. I mean, the main goal in my RuneScape days was to like make friends and like kill goblins. I eventually, into like 2011 or 2010, I got 99 cooking, and that's the only 99 I ever had on RS3. And then it was RS2 because I was pre-EOC. But I played off and on. I mean, I can remember when I was a kid, we had like dial-up internet. And so for all you youngins, that means that when you wanted to get on the internet, you had like your computer had to utilize your phone line, and nobody could call you. It would just beep, beep, beep. Like, it's not like call waiting existed. And so my mom would only let us play for like 20 or 30 minutes a day because we had dial-up. When we got high-speed internet, that changed a little bit. We could play a little bit longer, but it was still, I don't know. My parents weren't strict, but they were like any 90s and early 2000s kid in America. They're, you know, like, you're gonna ruin your eyeballs with that video game.
Your internet is bad. Don't talk to people online.
What are you playing?
Sorry.
Them video games. So I didn't play much when I was a kid, and then really like my love for this game exploded whenever Old School came out in like 2016 is when I really started playing again. Took a break, and then whenever the pandemic hit, I was like, I'm gonna become a streamer. And I started doing variety streaming for a little while, and then I really nailed it down to like, okay, I can't keep game hopping on games that I know nothing about and I don't like playing. So I would variety stream. I play whatever game I wanted to play, like in Fall Guys or whatever. I would stop streaming, and then I would get on RuneScape. And one day my wife looked at me like, why don't you just stream RuneScape? I was like, oh, I mean, I guess I could. So started streaming RuneScape. And that's kind of like, before that, I would play for like 2 months, and then I would stop playing for like 6 months. And then I was so off and on. But ever since 2020, I've pretty much almost logged in at least once a week.
Nice.
There's been definitely times where I have been burnt, AKA the last like 4 months, and not played. But I don't know. Playing back in 2005, probably one of the most nostalgic things, like just being able to come back to Old School and just kind of relive that childhood memories. And I think we did a whole section on like, can nostalgia still carry this game? It can't.
It
but
definitely. Okay.
I personally, I don't think that there's much nostalgia left for me It's all about kind of setting goals and what
True.
RuneScape is right now. Like, if I want to feel nostalgic, I'll go to Lumbridge and pop on game sounds, kill a goblin, you know. But
Same.
but the the whole setting a goal for yourself, completing it, trying to max. I don't know. I may burn out once I max. We'll see. I don't know. I have goals. I have goals in place for myself, so that hopefully I do not burn out. But there's still that chance. There's still a chance. But that's me. And
Nice.
I met Oxie back in 2020. We were both kind of a part of, I don't know if Oxie was necessarily like an official part or if he was just a random viewer that got invited to Discord, but our friend Scape Caution was hosting a 24-hour charity stream, and
Nice.
I hung out with Scape in Discord all the time because he's from the UK and I'm from Texas, so obviously we'd have never met in person.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were hanging out in Discord all the time, and he asked me to help him, not necessarily coordinate it, but be there on that day to in case content gets stale or whatever. And so we're doing, what were we doing? A God Wars Dungeon trip or something? Anyway, I met Oxy that day. Some random Midwestern kid like saying, "Oh, it's good to be here. I'm just an awkward guy, you know." And then
All right, first of
been
all,
there for
listen, man.
ever since.
Listen,
I'm
man.
listening.
I am an awkward guy.
Same.
I don't know what to tell you. No, so that day in particular was a lot of fun because Michael, he goes, I don't know if Oxy was just like a random viewer or whatever. I had been streaming at that point for like 2 years. I started streaming in like September of 2018 when I moved home from undergrad. Like I moved back into my parents' house. I was so sad at the time. I like left the land of opportunity to go live in like a town full of like middle-aged white people who like move in with their kids or like retire. So like, guess I'll go myself. And it worked out that all of my friends still didn't live back in town. Like we all graduated college and either they were still up at school or like they got a job somewhere else. Like I was the only one living in town. And I'm like, I need to make friends online. And I did, and it worked. And I actually met Michael several months before the 24-hour stream. In kind of like a mutual friend's stream. She had like a 99 party. I gave her 99 GP as a joke, and Michael gave her 99K to buy the cape as a thing. And she's like, oh my God, this is the first gift I've ever received.
Wow.
I'm like, man, my 99 GP. But it's funny you mentioned that like I was a random viewer because while I was a very established streamer at the time, I had an audience. I did whatever, I got into RuneScape when mobile came out. Like I thought it was a scam. The ads, I'm like, all right, whatever, stupid fake.
Iffy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, play the RuneScape of your childhood, whatever, f off. And I clicked on one of the ads one day after my friend told me about it, and I'm like, game developer Jagex. Why does that name sound so familiar? And I downloaded the game, and it was just like, oh wait, it was like, oh my God, I'm home. And then I started streaming RuneScape for a little bit. I burnt on RuneScape hard when I got my Barrows gloves. I did a 5-hour recipe for disaster stream, start to finish, dressed as the Lumbridge cook.
Oh wow.
I didn't have a beard, so I like painted a mustache on and all that. I made the pants that were way too tight for me, made an apron, had the hat. 0 people showed up for 5 hours. Yeah, and I had hyped up the stream for a long time. People were super excited for it, and just like nobody came through. So that was like, well, I hate this game. I don't want to play it anymore. I came back right at the tail end of the first league, the Twisted League, and then I was hooked, and I've been playing ever since.
Nice.
I was a random viewer that day on the 24-hour stream because the friend of a friend was like, hey, guys, come watch Scape do this 24-hour stream. He's a good friend of mine. I'm like, yeah, I know of Scape. We've kind of communicated in this like same Twitch chat once or twice. But nobody else was streaming, so I'm like, sure, I'll go check them out. They were all a part of like a RuneScape Twitch, RuneScape content creator like Discord server that I was not a part of because A, I didn't consider myself to be a RuneScape content creator. B, I was and still am very awkward when it comes to meeting new people. You know, I didn't seem awkward today because, you know, you're in my Discord, you're in my recording booth chat, you're coming on my podcast. Like there's an era, there's like, yeah, well, there's like an air of like comfortability in this space for me. Where like I can meet new people and like that's totally fine. You want me to come join a random Discord with a bunch of people I don't know and then talk in voice chat? What the hell's wrong with you? So I really was a random viewer that day. And Scape was just on camera like, oh no, get in VC, it'll be fine. I'm like, okay. And I hopped in VC with him and his friend. And I stayed in that VC for, God, I think I was there for like 16 of the 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
I did my first chambers that day. I killed, I got my Frenetic Diary step where you kill all the God Wars dungeon bosses. I got that done. I killed all those bosses for like basically the first time other than Bandos. Did all that. We got a Ceradome and Hilt. Ooh. So we all made a little bit of money too on the trip. We just did dumb shit. We like caught shrimp in Lumbridge for a while. We had a big drop party. Like we had a pretty good time together. And then we hung out in the Discord and kind of formed this ragtag group of weirdos who all met at the 24-hour stream. And then Michael hit me up to make a podcast. And then here we are.
Yeah.
So,
and then
that's the very abridged version of the 3-hour episode we had.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah. The podcast thing was like, I don't know. I was doing some sort of training for my job. And part of the assignment was to make a creative presentation of what we had just learned. And they said you could do like a PowerPoint, you can do blah, blah, blah. And they said, oh, you can do a podcast. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I had been listening to podcasts for years, Joe Rogan, a bunch of D&D podcasts. And it was always kind of in the back of my mind, like, I could probably do that. But that day that I had to do that assignment, I recorded something. I threw it into Windows Movie Maker or whatever. I think it was iMovie on the Mac. I threw it in iMovie, put some audio behind it, scripted everything. It literally was about 3 minutes for that assignment. But it kind of sparked this interest of, well, can I do this for something that I really enjoy, which was RuneScape? And I looked on the podcasts, like I searched RuneScape in the podcast app, like on Apple. And like 1 or 2 people who were posting regularly came up. I was like, damn, there's probably a market there. There's probably people out there like me who want to listen to something, but, you know, there's not a lot of people doing it. And I don't know, with the idea of the podcast, it came around to, I'm not that good at the game. So how do I market this in a way that's not going to like give people the wrong idea? Oh, let's call it something like inefficient or Xpwaste. And that was my pitch to Oxie. I'm like, I mean, not that you're bad at the game, Oxie, but you're also kind of at the same level of me where you're not great, but you don't really care. That's kind of
I don't give a shit about efficiency.
Yes.
I'd like to think I'm good at the game when I have to be, but
like you can
you
can secure a top KC. But are you gonna do
I can consistently
Yes.
I can consistently do top all day long. I'm also gonna catch birds from 30 to 40 hunters so I can get to lizards. Like I don't give a shit. Like
are you gonna fletch you longbows instead of magic longbows? Yes.
The money I'm gonna make selling them back. 100%
the money is. We talked about this. The money is great. Okay, fine. But we're just 2 inefficient guys who don't really care. And that was kind of the basis. There's like a lot of people we can relate to. So not to say that if you're not efficient, listen, you're welcome here. Just know that if you get triggered, there's nothing we can do. There's literally nothing we can do. So go listen to some elitist podcast because that's not us. I don't have any recommendations.
Listen to us still because we do be kind of elitist.
That's
sometimes.
True. Have you heard our free to play episode?
But
well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about ourselves. We don't get to. I mean, we do that every week, but not really in like a.
I was gonna say I would like to think we do it a lot. Like we talk about ourselves quite a bit. Michael, it's our show.
Hey, I didn't get. I wasn't expecting to get interviewed here, which is why I'm saying, hey, thank you.
You know, that's part of the fun of freeballing an interview. Michael texted me today. I think he Snapchatted me at like 10 o'clock in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and was like, Hey, do you have any like ideas of like what you're gonna ask Chaos? Like, do you have any like any structure for the interview? I'm like, dude, I'm gonna ask him what he does on YouTube, and we're just gonna free ball the whole thing. So, structure and efficiency are not really our game here over at XP Waste.
There's one thing I know,
There is,
and that is we. There's one thing that I do know about this podcast, and is that we have a commercial break, we like it, and there will be a fun question. That's all that we know. Other than that,
effectively that's pretty much all that's there. Yeah,
and maybe we'll have
the second half of the show is the most consistent.
We'll have a catchy intro too.
Maybe a catchy intro. Who knows? This one was okay. There is one more thing though. We do want to ask. The only structured part of the interview Michael and I have ever, in the few times we've gotten to interview people, is one question for interviewees. So, Kaoz, what is your favorite way to XP waste? Either in game or out of game or whatever.
So, like, that's a really loaded question. So, like, XP waste.
We got plenty of time, baby.
in the game, and outside of the game, right?
You could say either or both.
Right. In the game, I mean, whenever I'm in RuneScape, I just like have something to do. So I wouldn't say I do a lot of XP waste in the game. I would say recently, like I mentioned a couple of hours, I don't know at this point, a couple of minutes ago, I enjoy doing clue scrolls, which technically don't give you any XP. But of course, you need to do them for that nice chance at the third age. So should be nice. Outside though, there's just so much to mention. I guess my wife is the best XP waste I've ever had.
Hell yeah!
Good answer. Good answer.
Just being with her, like literally doing nothing. Like for some odd reason, right? Like and this goes from like way back because my parents are have always been like, okay, like let's go out together, let's eat, let's go. They love going to the casino for some odd reason. So like they spend so much time together during the day that in the afternoon they both do their own thing, like not even talking, and then they're super chill with that. So I can be with my wife like literally like either just getting ready for bed, looking at our phones. We right now we're playing Mario Kart Tour. I don't know if you play it. Really fun game. We can be together like not speaking at all, and that's like the best XP waste. Other than not talking, we've very recently gotten into I think I bought a couple of Switch games, Donkey Kong, Kirby's Forgotten Land, the Wario, a couple of them, and then we've been playing them like and she has never been like this huge gamer. She definitely gamed a lot when she was a kid, but it didn't get amplified until she met me. I basically got her into gaming again, and it's like, hey, what do we do today? Kirby or watch a series on Netflix? And I'm like, Kirby. So yeah, that's my awesome. That's my best XP waste. And more recently, we got a golden retriever puppy, baby girl, who makes a lot of appearances in my stream. So that's another fun XP waste that I have recently gotten. So yeah.
How old is she now?
Yesterday she turned 4 months. If you guys want, I can send you a picture, and if you want to put it somewhere.
Put it on.
Please do.
But yeah, I'll
what's her name?
Her name is the Spanish word for coin, which is moneda.
It's cute.
Yeah, so
moneda.
She's coin.
Moneda. Moneda. Okay. Moneda, yeah. Okay. Love that.
So in your house, you guys speak Spanish, or is it primarily English?
100% Spanish, and that's I mean, it's not a problem. I've been trying to get my wife to like speak or like maybe watch some series in English, because like eventually, obviously, if we couldn't have our honeymoon because of COVID. But I told her, hey, if we go to our honeymoon, we definitely have to go to the US. We want to go to the Orlando parks. That's just so much fun. But you can't go if you don't know at least like how to survive without me. And it's like, oh, but her mentality towards languages is just so, I don't know, like she gets like mentally blocked, where it's like, all right, if I only speak English to you, would you listen? And it's like, not really. And little note, like this is something I've always mentioned in my videos. I told my wife, like, listen, from the moment I asked her to be my girlfriend, like, you know, officially, like 5 and a little bit years ago, like, I told her, okay, listen, before I ask you this like very important question that I think you're that you are expecting, 3 important things, right? I was really busy with work,
Disclaimers.
so one was. Yeah, my disclaimers, right? Disclaimer 1. Right now, I'm really busy. If I'm not with you, it's not because I don't want to be with you. You know that there's a lot of work. Number 2, I'm not a very emotional person, so if I don't tell you I love you every breathing moment of my day, you know, like, don't feel bad. And this was a thing for my previous relationship. It was just so toxic. If I didn't say I love you every like 3 seconds, she would be like, wait, so don't you love me anymore or what? Number 3, I do not want kids. And she was like, okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. But then the relationship kept going, and it was like, all right, I think she wants a kid. And I'm like, oh shit. So I told her, all right, we can contemplate a kid if you get your B2 English certification. And she's like, oh, me, dude. So I was like, yeah, that's it. If you want me to suffer with a kid, something I don't want, you have to suffer with me. So yeah, that's the
you have to hear about my suffering
true.
English. That's the trade-off.
Yeah. So going back to your question, what, like, we basically speak like Spanish like 100% of the time. The only time where we do speak English is when, you know, she asks me about a song. It's like, oh, I love this song. What are they saying? So that's like the very minimal amount of time where I get to teach her like some English. Like, okay, it's like, oh yeah, so this is the word that they're saying. You know, this is the word in Spanish. And then sporadically through the week, I would tell her, oh, that's the word that I told you to. Do you remember what it is? So she knows like a couple of words in English, but it's not like if I tell her, hey, how are you doing? She's just going to say hi, because she gets like really mentally blocked by languages. And it's like, yeah, so primarily Spanish.
Language is hard to learn as an adult. Like as a younger kid, even up to like high school age, you're still capable of like
absorbing,
picking up new languages. Like I learned Italian when I was in high school.
Nice.
You know, my grandma spoke it as a kid, so I was, you know, kind of a little up to speed, but I wouldn't call myself anything close to fluent as a child. Learned it, then took a semester in college, and that kind of like solidified a lot of the fundamentals. But you know, after I graduated, I went to spend a couple days in Amsterdam as part of like a big European trip. I went on with my dad and my grandma, trying to learn anything in like Dutch or German.
Nah,
I had to look up how to say thank you in Dutch 4 different times in the same day.
Oh my god.
Like once you get to a point where your brain is like, yeah, I'm an adult brain now, it's over. Like you are not. It's so hard to learn another language.
Filing system is just too full.
I can do Italian, and I can unfortunately recite the Dragonborn theme from Skyrim in the dragon language that they use. Paz Kaisal fan Kostin Nolbein Alduin Jot. I don't know what accent to do with that other than I don't know. It's like a Nordic accent thing. I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I asked about Spanish is because your dog probably knows all the commands in Spanish.
Yeah.
I know one. Siéntate. Right?
I mean, yeah, true.
Is that sit, right?
Yeah, sit.
Okay. Did I say it wrong?
No. That was perfectly fine. But
okay, cool.
I think Oxie is having a lot more fun with it. As a native Spanish speaker.
I'm having a great time with it, dude.
As a native Spanish speaker, I can tell you that was perfectly fine.
Nice. Yeah. My dog, like, I had a friend who had a dog, and I think he was a rescue, and the dog knew Spanish, not English. Because it was interesting because he wasn't responding to anything in English, and he's like, "Hold on," and he said "siéntate," and it's sat, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, there you go."
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
How do you train a dog to learn a second language? That's a topic for beyond XP.
I don't know,
man, we don't know anything about that. But
well, hopefully one day your wife can make a Let's Play series on YouTube and do it in English. Hey, maybe here's the play. Get her hooked on RuneScape if she already isn't already, and that was going to be one of my questions. Get her hooked on RuneScape, and then make her a YouTube channel and tell her, hey, I want you to make a guide on how to kill KBD, but you have to do it in English. And then you'll have a kid.
And then we can have a kid.
And then we can have a kid.
Yeah.
And get her hooked on the game. And everybody speaks English in this game, so then she'll,
That's
she
how
won't
I
have her
learned
like
initially.
Google Translate,
Which is awesome, by the way. That like RuneScape, it has that kind of like cultural functional use outside of point click kill monster get loot.
Yeah.
That's super cool. It's super cool. But
Yeah.
I think that's all we have for you. Not because we're not interested in talking to you, because we are at the 2-hour mark.
Ooh, nice.
We think this is generally for main content. We'll do 2 hours and then we're gonna probably send folks off to a break. So if y'all are okay with that, we're XP Wasters. We're gonna head to a little commercial, and we will see you guys after this.
How you doing, you bastards? My name's Fortunato. I work out of Draenor Village. I sell the best wine in the whole damn continent. Not in Draenor, not in Misthalin, not in Gillinor, the whole world. I sell the best wine in the whole damn world. People tell you, you're gonna buy wine for cheaper on the Grand Exchange. They lying to you. That's juice. That's juice. The best wine comes from me. Huh? The pirates, they buy my wine. Them freaks with the hats over there in Zia, they buy my wine. Okay? You gotta come over here, you gotta buy my wine. At Fortunato's, we don't waste nothing. Very rarely do I have wine that go off because it's so good, so it's flying off the shelves. When it do go off though, the vinegar, we're gonna sell that too. I hear there's some old man just east of Iraq or something like that. He wants vinegar. I don't care why. In this business, you don't ask no questions. You're hearing this ad, you're thinking to yourself, you're like, oh, I got some buddies who make wine, I could do that too. You wanna be a tough guy? Huh? You wanna be a tough guy? Make your own wine? Try to outsell Fortunato? Yeah, sure, whatever. I dare you. I dare you to outsell me. In fact, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a head start, okay? Come over to my place, I'll sell you some jugs. They can be full of water, they can be empty, I don't care. Not even your girlfriend at the Grand Exchange has better jugs than me. I get these bitches by the gross. I'll sell you as many as you want. You can make all the wine that you want. It's not gonna be better than me. Come swing by Draenor Village, swing by my wine stand, have a good drink, and leave feeling good, okay? I promise you, you're not gonna find any better wine anywhere else.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial because I know I sure did.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
What a man right there. What a man helping us out with our content.
You should
That was
sell
awesome.
that audio clip. That was beautiful.
Royalties, please.
We should.
Package it. Yeah, bro. You're going to get a little small percentage of all the money we get from this episode, which is very small.
Yeah, that's like a whole penny,
A
dude.
whole
Hell
penny.
yeah, man.
It's one more penny than
Now
I
we don't have to
right now.
argue about what happens.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
We don't have to argue about what happens to the third penny. That's all. So we're gonna save Chaos from doing the work part of this, which is the Patreons, which isn't really work because we're shouting out the people who we love and who support us. It is a long list though, and as you guys know, we're stupid and we cannot pronounce your guys' names without stopping. So if we can do this unedited, that'll be awesome. But you guys know the drill. From here, with love from the XP Waste hosts, folks. I don't even have to explain myself. You guys know I'm bad at this. In the Wise Old Man tier, we have Scape Caution, Alagio, Bolimer, Basket, Benjamin R., Hadadbod, C. Gladney, Morty, Creamed Ham, Durf Nasty, Drum TXT, Duke Bradley, D. Falconer, Flyin' Castiel, Forestry, Bordemus, Potato Pancake, Posh Padre, 999, Ice, Wallow, Russ of Fury, Ryan H., Salted Snake, Soggy Waffles, Shadow, Swag Daddy 3000, Toast, Troll, Tyler H., and Zach without a K. Thank you, Wise Old Man tier. You guys are delightful. I would try to thank you more, but we know it just gets more painful the more I try to thank people for paying us money.
And thus,
I'm unapologetically bad at this section of the show, guys. I'm sorry. Please don't take my sarcastic apathy as like not being grateful. I'm just not good at whatever. In the KBD tier, we have my dad and apparently everyone's biological father. So that's a
he's at least my dad too.
sorry, Dad. Cookies and Milf, Draven, Kroll, the Lord Jake himself, our third favorite supporter, Ralph, and Spartan Fire. To those of you in the Wise Old Man in the KBD tier and in every tier of our Patreon, thank you so much for your continued support every month. We do appreciate every bit we get from you guys, and we love that you guys not only support us on the show, but are also such an important part of the community, you know, which I can sit here and rave about community all day in a much less awkward fashion. But, you know, this is not a community raving podcast. It is a RuneScape podcast. So I think if you'd like to join the Patreon, this is normally the part of the episode where Michael jumps in because I forgot, but I didn't forget this week.
Thank you.
If you would like to join the Patreon, head over to patreon.com/XP Waste. Is it XP Waste or XP Waste Podcast?
Uh-oh.
It's Xpwaste.
That's what I thought. We might leave that
Leave
bit
it
in
in.
there just to show how bad
Leave
I am
it
at this. Phrasing, boom.
Oh man.
Yes, if you'd like to join, head over to patreon.com/XP Waste. If you would like to look at awesome stuff like merch that Michael is wearing, I'm not wearing because we did an interview and I wanted to look snazzy. Also, my XP Waste hoodie is disgusting, so I haven't worn it yet. Head over to xpwaste.shop to check out our wide variety and, for some reason, growing collection of merch, including the fruit things. Ha 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 ha. I still have a box of things that I sure hope doesn't have fruit in it from Michael behind me. Ha ha ha.
That's actually from MB Jones. Shout out to MB. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm aware, but you're the one who packaged it
Oh,
and shipped
I
it to
did.
me. So,
I
if I
did.
see a lime or a lemon in there, I'm just going to start attacking people.
Listen, there is a actual video posted of me dissecting the fruit. If you wanted to get that fruit update, join the Patreon, any tier. There's an actual video of me dissecting the fruit. So like, you know, it doesn't have fruit, but did I put other fruit in there? That's the question.
If you put like a banana in there, dude, I'm screwed. But like, in any case, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
If you support us in any way, we love you and we appreciate you. Now, as my special gift to you, I'm going to stop trying to do this and I'm going to let Michael do the community.
Hell yeah.
question.
Well, the perfect segue would have been you were saying something about being part of a community, and I was going to chime on, be like, hey, speaking of community, but you kept talking, so wait, maybe we'll do it next week.
You would have interrupted me to cut off the promotion part. Come on,
Come on
Michael.
now.
That's not on brand.
I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. So now is the time in the episode where I get to do my bit, and that is the community question. So unfortunately, we released this episode on Friday, right? It is Sunday right now. So it's been maybe 48 hours. So there's not a ton of entries into the community question. So last week we asked in the community question, what skilling outfit would you change? Or you can answer it this way. What skill would you add an outfit for, and what would the perks be? So we've got Luke V. They said, add set bonuses to the 99 cape and hood. Not really the answer we were looking for, but I love where you're going with this, so I'm just going to read it. Some examples. With the strength cape and hood, you would get a minimum hit. With the attack cape, you would get an increased special attack accuracy. With the defense cape, you would get increased total defense by a percentage. Range, you would get crossbow bolts are 5% more likely to proc. And finally, their examples is thieving cape, you would have an increased chance when stealing from stalls or a chest. So, yes and no. None of that was a skilling outfit. But again, I love where your head's at. Nathan G says, I'd love a crafting outfit that would either save materials or grant bonus XP, or process 2 instead of 1, plus skilling equipables in offhand that could add another effect. Also a great idea. So we actually did get a couple replies on YouTube. So we've got Aaron M. Make the Spirit Angler outfit have some more benefits outside of Temporos. Doing Temporos so that you can do more Temporos, just a tiny bit better, seems very lackluster. When I originally read that, I was like, I am like cojones deep in the Temporos grind right now, and I feel that on a spiritual level. So
Yeah, that's like a weird theme.
Yeah.
With like Jagex and content period. Especially after the release of Old School, it's been like, we're gonna give you something from this content to do this content better. I.e. Spirit Angler outfit, Twisted Bow, Scythe of the
Abyssal Lantern.
Abyssal Lantern, Inquisitor outfit, Inquisitor's Mace. It's all just drops from things or upgrade or upgrades to things to make the thing you got the upgrade from easier and more efficient. You know, like those are broad examples. Like saying a Twisted Bow is only good at raids is just wrong.
Right.
But like, you know,
I mean, all that being said, I do love the fact that I don't have to take a rope into Temporos now. But I got
it's
I
beautiful.
got the full set at 98. So, you know, I could have been having this effect a lot sooner had I just done more Temporos, but I did a lot of barb fishing. So anyway, Valeric says, I think skilling outfits with effects on multiple other skills would be cool. The lumberjack outfit could preserve planks in construction and logs in firemaking. Another idea is combination outfits, like a mason outfit that somehow benefits both mining and construction. That I like. That actually, Jagex, if you're listening, can we get combination outfits, please? Because at some point, it's going to be very tedious to, if they wanted to, add scaling outfits to like every single skill separately. I don't think they're going to do that, but like I said, like if it could be some sort of thing that makes sense to where this would work for mining and construction and smithing, because you're doing all those things while you're wearing this, like a welder's mask or something. I don't know.
You could probably do like crafting, fletching, thieving, agility, maybe cooking and herb lore. Like I know cooking and fishing seems like the best choice, but like, you know, just because you can catch a fish doesn't mean you can cook it, and vice versa. I can cook swordfish pretty well. I'll tell you right now. I've never caught a swordfish in my whole life. So
Like IRL?
maybe something like that. Yeah, no, I've never caught a swordfish in real
Oh,
life. I've hardly been out on the water, you know?
Yeah, there's like this fear.
Like that in the ocean.
I don't know. You know the name of phobias more than I do. But it's like the fear of
Thalassophobia?
Yeah, the fear of deep water. Oh my gosh.
Same.
I mean, I feel like if you don't have that, there's something wrong with you. Like I think humans are innately afraid of some things on purpose as like a survival thing. So, you know, I don't want to get too clinical here on the show, but if you're the type of person who's like, yeah, I've never been afraid of the dark. Never once in my entire life have I been afraid of the dark. Never once have I ever been afraid of the monsters that are going to eat me in the water. And never once have I been afraid of heights. You're either a liar or a psychopath.
Not a
You
normal
need to
person,
seek
though.
help.
Oh gosh. Yo, B was trying to make an appearance.
Bro, you guys heard
Yeah.
that? She was screaming
yeah.
from my room. Ma'am, she's right down here.
Okay.
Just being a shitter.
Oh, hi V.
Like,
Oh, look at that.
ma'am.
What a cutie. Well, that's it for the community question. If you would like to answer our community question, it'll be pinned in the YouTube comment and on Spotify. And I would like to ask, what is your earliest RuneScape memory? We kind of got into that in this episode, but I would like to know, like, what is your earliest memory as a kid? And it could be you started last week and your earliest memory was killing a goblin for goblin mail for the goblin quest that goblin diplomacy. Yes, that one. So answer that in the Spotify community question section and on YouTube. Oxie, it is time for your little thing we do every week.
It is. It is indeed. It is time for Achievement of the Week. So we do have a couple achievements from the Discord, but much to Michael's elation. And when I say elation, I mean this man texted me in the middle of the day on a Thursday and said, Oxie, we got an email. So I'm going to do Michael a favor and read the email first, because I know he has been chomping at the bit to get me to read about it.
I forgot about it.
This one comes in. This one comes in from Iron Robin. His full name is in the email. I'm not going to say it out loud.
Make a fake name
So
up.
Yeah, I have a fake name for him. Robin.
That's his username. Make a fake name, like
also presumably a fake name.
like Jared Eyeballs. I don't know. This one comes to from Jared Eyeballs. If you look it up, it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so Iron Robin says his username is a play on the name Aaron Robin, I think I pronounced that correctly, who's a Dutch football soccer player. We just talked about during the break how like Dutch Germanic languages just don't click with me, so I hope I pronounced it correct. Because in English, it's spelled like Arjun, and I don't think that's how you say it. Anyways, I sometimes have to drive far for work, and I started listening to your podcast about 6 months ago, and it really helps make the long hours in the car a little bit more enjoyable. So thank you guys for all the work you put into the show. I'm a long time but somewhat casual OSRS player, and I've been playing my main account, which is an Iron Man, for just over 7 years now. 7 years as an Iron Man. That sounds, personally, it sounds like a special kind of hell, but I'm very impressed you've been able to stick with it for that long. That's awesome. In the same vein as sticking with it, Iron Robin says, I just got 99 construction as my 6th 99, and I wanted to throw it out there for a possible achievement of the week. I decided to email instead of post on Discord because this is my favorite part of the email. He put, gets close to the mic like Oxie does, so I'm going to do that. Discord is scary and overwhelming. True. I blew all my GP, but now have unlimited house teleports, so it was worth it. Shout out to 99 Parties clan chat who came to celebrate with me. I wanted to end with 2 not so fun questions. And this is where you lose me, Iron Robin. This man says, Michael, how's fishing going? Oxie, how's the Inferno going?
Fishing's going great.
Man.
Thanks, Jared Eyeballs.
So is the Inferno. Thanks again. Can't wait to listen to the next one, Iron Robin. Or, unfortunately, dubbed Jared Eyeballs by Michael. We're going to shout that out as our skilling achievement of the week. 99 construction from Iron Robin. Congratulations.
Easily.
You're on thin ice. You're on thin ice with that Inferno comment.
Well,
thin ice. Otherwise,
motivation,
though,
Oxie.
You know. Discord is a scary and overwhelming place, but I encourage you to join if you haven't already.
I'm assuming he is not in the Discord because he emailed us. Isn't that one of the things? I don't know. Anyway,
I mean, maybe not.
Hey, listen, we'll make your Discord experience less scary. It will just make it easy for you. There's a lot of channels, and you don't have to post in any of them except for Xpwaste chat. We love that when you post in that one. Anyway, I was going to say 99 construction, easily one of the best capes in the game. So good one to knock out and enjoy the cape. I always have the cape in my inventory. So there's not a day that goes by in this game that it's not there. Unless I'm doing stuff like that doesn't require having it. Like if I'm at, actually no, if I'm at the GE, I still have it in my inventory. Anyway, enough about that.
So he's a liar. All right, sounds good.
Very much so.
Continuing on with achievement of the week, as you guys know, normally we do skilling PVM and kind of like, like a cape of accomplishment type thing. Unfortunately, we don't have any other, quest cape, diary cape. So we're just going to load you guys with PVM achievements of the week. Starting things off strong because you guys know we love this. Basically more than anything, PVM wise, Andy will kill in the Discord first fire cape. We love to see it. I love the screenshot. It's a iPhone screenshot of a laptop, which I love it even more because that tells me it's like it's not like, oh, the noob couldn't figure out how to do it. It's like, I am so not focused on getting a screenshot right now that like I'm just gonna use my phone.
The adrenaline.
Like I've been there. I've sent exactly the adrenaline. I've sent Michael and Scape and other people who I have on Snapchat from this community things on RuneScape when I have them on Discord and I have like a snipping tool screenshot that I have like sent them things earlier in the day. Sometimes it's just so exciting, So Andy will kill. Shout out to you for your first fire cape. Woo! In the other vein of PVM here, I think this one is just fun. I don't know, just because I like the content a lot. Duke Bradley got his first ever Barrows KC, and he said, thanks everyone for the tips today. I love shit like this because, to reference back to main title content, I have a Barrows guide on my YouTube channel. Please don't watch it. I don't think it's incorrect. It's just cringy. So, I mean, if you want to go ahead, but, Duke Bradley, shout out to you for your first Barrows, Casey. And then, of course, we can't leave the higher tier, a little bit higher tier PVM out. Our friend Immortal once again coming in with a disgusting combat achievement. He has completed the Chambers of Xeric solo speedrunner, achieving a new personal best of 16 minutes and 41 seconds.
Zooming.
Huge.
Which the crazy part about that is, of those 16 minutes, 9 minutes and 21 seconds of that was just at Ulm.
How? That's insane,
The
dude.
whole raid
Holy
took
smokes.
7 minutes, and Ulm was the other 9. Like
No
that's
idea
that's
how that
pretty
happens.
impressive right there. Yeah, the solo chambers times are gross. I'll probably never get them. So shout out to you, Immortal, for getting that done. And finally, as one tiny little supplement for our like achievement cape-ish thing, our friend Goths got a what I assume is disgustingly good Sepulcher time on 280 KC. He got 6 minutes and 49 seconds for the entire thing. I have no reference for how fast that is because I've never done Hallowed Sepulcher.
Really fast.
5th floor. Yeah, so Chaos says it's really fast. I believe him. That's congratulations to you, Goths.
Yo, random aside with Goths, he has been going ham on agility. I think he started at like level 72 back in December and has just no lifed agility until probably this week. Nearly 99. So shout out to you. We'll have a future like achievement of the week for that, but yeah, just want to give you a shout out and encourage you to keep going because you can do it.
I accidentally typed in. You said agility. We're talking about Sepulcher. One of the goals of my group, Iron Man, is to get Sins of the Father done so we can start getting adamant bolts or diamond bolts like Fire Cape runs, Zulrah, things like that. And I need to get 62 agility just for a better chance of getting the bolts. But because we're talking about 99, I typed in 54 to 99 and just about shit myself when I saw 53,658 laps at the Canifis agility course. Because I meant to type 60 and not 99. So instead of 53,000, it's just going to take me 489, which is much more doable than 53,000. Yeah, a little bit better, a little bit less scary. Could probably do that one of these episodes. So that is all we have for Achievement of the Week, which means, folks, it's fun question time. And why is this fun question special? Because our new friend Kaoz has a fun question for us.
I'm excited.
What you got for us?
So I want to know, it's going to be a 2-for-1 special, okay? But it falls in the same category.
Okay.
Number 1, I want to know the first time you got scammed in RuneScape and how you reacted to it. And either before or after you got scammed, what was your first scam that you did yourself? How did you rob kids of their GP?
Okay, yeah, for sure. I've got 2 in mind. I'll go first because mine, being the socially awkward human being I was, interaction, period, has never been my strong suit with strangers. I'm a therapist. It's ironic that I'm so socially awkward. I talk to strangers all the time. But as a kid, I have a distinct memory. I never got like lured or anything like that because I was so afraid of the wilderness I wouldn't even go. Like if I ever got lured, nope. Oh man, Microscope has been defeated by Hot Fry in the Wilderness and lost 386k worth of GP. It's a shame we are talking. I hope Microscope didn't get lured. But I never got scammed like that, but I did get scammed a lot on trading as a kid. And there was one distinct moment where I was outside the Falador gates and someone was trying to trade me an Adamant Shield G. And I didn't know where these things came from. Like, I didn't know how much value they were worth. And this guy was going to sell it to me for like 250k. Oh, wow. It wasn't even a Rune Shield G. It was an Adamant Shield G way back in the day in like the RS2 days. And I remember being like, dude, I'm going to get a piece of like gold gear. Like, this is so cool. I could probably sell this for so much money. And I was like in the trade window. This was so long ago. It was before the projected value was put in the trades. Do y'all remember those days?
Sure, yeah.
That before like the value of the items used to pop up on the trade screen. So nowadays that's like a what? Like a maybe 50k max item, but realistically close to like 10 or 20k. Some good Samaritan came along and was like, how much are you paying for that shield? And I was like, I was going to give this guy 250k, like mid-trade. And the guy's like, cancel the trade. Don't do that. And I cancel the trade, and the three of us are having a conversation. He's like, that shield is not worth that much. And this guy's like, shut up, man. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, he's trying to get my money real bad. And I just couldn't give it to him after that, because then I didn't know what to believe. It's like, I really wanted this shield, but like, am I getting scammed? I think I got so worried that I might be getting scammed. I just left. I just like logged out and like hopped to a different world. So yeah, I don't think I've ever like been scammed in such a way. I have a lot of like scam scares, but I've never been scammed because I'm normally just too awkward to talk to people. The phrase, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, rings true for interaction as well. Like, if it's too good to be true, just don't talk to them. But I also have a very stupid moral compass in that I feel like I can never do anything wrong ever. And I would feel bad about it if I ever did. So if I ever scammed anyone on RuneScape, I would probably go running crying to my parents being like, I took his rune axe. I feel horrible. So I don't think I ever scammed anyone as a child either. However, as an adult, I'm fairly certain I scammed a couple of people for bingo buy-ins, knowing what was going to be on the board when they gave me money. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to love bingo. Meanwhile, I'm drafting like Inferno tile, Feeder of Blood tile. What are we going to do with these? And like someone who's like 80 combats giving me their buy-in. I'm like, you poor bastard. No. As I was saying, Fazani's Nightmare speed run. Like, so that's probably as close as I've come to scamming. And even then, I don't think that's that much of a real scam. I hate to feel like I'm not answering the question.
I got two.
I'm not morally a degenerate. Michael is, however. So Michael, give us your degenerate.
Do I get to answer it too after Michael? Because I have.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely, you do. Absolutely.
If you want to go next,
go ahead.
Go last.
I'll go last.
He's got to go last.
Okay. So, the first time I ever got scammed, or the most notable time that I remember getting scammed, was some sort of wilderness lure. But I remember being like very devastated. Like, it was to the point where I think I lost dragon legs and like dragon boots or something
big
at the height of dragon being best in slot. And it was devastating. This was like probably 2007, because I know that my memory is telling me I was in Texas, and I moved to Texas like late 2007. So it may have been 2008. But even then, I don't know. It was devastating. I don't know that I cried, but I cried on the inside. And I don't know. My mom came up to me. She's like, "What is wrong?" I was like, "I just died in the wilderness and I lost my dragon legs." She didn't understand. It's okay though. It was some sort of lure. I can't remember what, but there's so many different lures back then that you just think you're safe and you're not. If it, like Oxy said, if it's too good to be true, it's probably not good. Now the fun part of this fun question is, how did I scam other people? So when you started saying south of the Falador Gate, somebody trying to sell you something,
God.
I thought I scammed you, but it turns out this was a different. What's wrong with the south of the
What?
Falador Gate? So
What?
RuneScape 2, it's probably 2006, and there's no indication that a trade was changed or the value changed. So it's literally just an item, and you have to like left click it to see what it is. So I would tell people that I'm selling them this shiny new adamant scimitar, and I would say like, hey, it's like 6 or 7K. And at the very last second, I would switch it to a mithril scimitar, but it was noted. So the green and the blue in the note, hardly noticeable. I'm pretty sure I got a couple people with it, but that was some risky stuff right there. So if you ever bought a mithril scimitar noted south of the Falador when you thought you were getting a mithril or an adamant scimitar, that was me. And in this point of my life, I think I can look deep inside, do a little self-reflection. I've matured, and I can say that I am still not sorry for what I did.
You had me in the first half. You had me in the first half.
So yeah, and then in the second scam was way more fun. So this was a group effort, and this had to be in 2005 because this was when my best friend Micah was playing, and he only played for like a little bit. So this was all his idea, and I was just one of the accomplices. But we would go into Falador Market, and we would find the most confused looking people we can. And we probably even did this in Varrock. But we would tell people, hey, do you have the unlimited health potion yet? And like, no, what is that? We're like, you have to go to this house. We'll take you there. And all you got to do is pick it up. It's an unlimited health potion. And so these people would follow us north, past Doric, past the Goblin Village, up to that little Chaos Temple, right next to the wilderness. And we would lure them inside, and we would tell them the unlimited health potion is sitting on the table. You just have to grab it. They would grab it. They would get aggroed by the Chaos Druids.
Nice.
And my job in all of this was to close the door every time they tried to open it.
Oh no!
You're a menace to society. That's some like Game of Thrones shit right there.
So they're getting it.
Reigns of Castamere started playing in the church, and you're just like keeping the doors shut at all time.
They're fearing for their life, trying to get out of the church, and the Chaos Druids are just on them because they tried to steal the wine. And I'm just closing the door every time they try and open it. We got it. We got a couple people, but man, that was just fun. And again,
Truly a
not
menace.
sorry because I had so much fun.
Nope.
Oh man. But yeah, that's my two. And if there's karma out there for me somewhere, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
It's called Max.
Oh, thanks.
Have fun with 86 agility, brother.
I'm 87, but
So
okay.
I can already tell that I'm the lawful good of this trio here, but I'm I don't know where to put Michael or Chaos. So Chaos,
Call me
what's
chaotic fun.
happened? We'll see what Chaos has to say.
let's hear
Okay, because he could have been the one who lured you in the wilderness.
very
So
true.
like, what you got for us?
Right. So the first time I got scammed, right? I remember this vividly. 2005, 2006. I'm carrying like three uncut rubies and like one uncut diamond in my inventory. I'm walking around and I see that people are buying the uncut gems for a certain price, but that they are selling the cut gems for higher. But I'm like, oh, I don't have the level for this. So I go walking around East Varrock Bank. There's a guy saying, free gem cutting. And I'm like, ooh, if he's offering it for free, must be because he just wants the experience. Let me take up, the offer. I traded my gems. I see him cutting them. I'm like preparing the trade. Guy logs out and he took my gems. From that moment onward, I was like, all right, I am never trusting anyone again. And that has always stayed true. Like over the internet, obviously, if you don't know anyone, right? Just don't trade them anything. So I learned a valuable lesson. I learned a valuable lesson for the price of 3 rubies and 1 diamond, which was fairly cheap, and it was definitely.
But still devastating, right? Still devastating.
yeah. It was. I definitely felt like kind of backstabbed, and I was like, oh wait, why does this happen?
Right.
Wait, what?
The moment you see their character disappear,
Yeah,
your heart
it's
just
awful.
like sinks. You're like,
However,
Did you say where you got those gems cut?
East Varrock Bank.
Okay, good. I had a free gem cutting. I had a free gem cutting operation set up in Varrock West Bank, and so
close.
This wasn't me who scammed you because I'm pretty sure there was days where I'm cutting people's gems and then I just can't find them, and those gems are mine now. But I would cut gems in the upstairs of Varrock West Bank.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the other two, now I learned from this, and I was like, all right, if people are rats in this game, let me be a rat as well, right? So one of them is very, very eerily similar to Michael's, which I don't know if that's even a word. Instead of adamant and mithril scimitars, I would go to Draenor Bank, and since people love wood cutting there, right? I took 1 or 2 rune axes, and then I took like 30 iron axes, and I would do the same scam where it's like, okay, put it up, 12k, swap it, and it would be like very specific. It would be same tick. Back then we didn't know anything about ticks. So what happened was that you press remove X, get ready with the 1, and then get ready to click the iron axe in your inventory. Same time, you press enter and then you click, and because like you said, there was no warning. The iron and the rune would be barely noticeable, and it's like swap it, do the switcheroo, boom, easy. So I got it a lot of times, and surprisingly enough, I was never banned for scamming, and I made a lot of money because like back then, woodcutting Draenor Willows was like the place to be if you wanted to be, whether it be members or free to play. That was the place to be, right? The other one, also creepily enough, very similar to Michael's.
Okay.
This was also a group effort, but not as cruel, right? Not as PTSD inducing for those poor kids. So what happened was that I grabbed one of my friends, and I told him, okay, we're gonna play Simon Says, and I'm gonna walk around Varrock saying Simon Says tournament, like 10k buy-in, winner takes all, right? So it would get to a point where like 10 people would follow me, right? It'd go like Simon Says. I tell them, all right, stand near or like stand next to the Varrock Castle, what do you call it? Like the wall.
Yeah.
And I go like, okay, so everyone gave me 10k, right? So I had like 100k, which back then was like you were loaded with 100k.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. So I would tell my friend, right? So I would have my friend on PMs, and I would be like, okay, I'm gonna track everyone's score. So I would go like, okay, Simon Says, right? And then I would PM my friend, okay, I'm gonna do twist. And then he would have his mouse ready on twist. And then I would go like, okay, twist. And then he would be the first to do it, right? Okay, my friend, one point. And then it would go like that, right? So I would tell, okay, don't do anything here just so it looks legit. To the point where like first to 3 points win, right? So what happened was like people were like getting close. But in the last one, I tell my friend, okay, I'm gonna do headbang. Get ready. So I go like headbang, like no shame. The second the text popped up in the screen, he would do the headbang, and I go like winner. and then I trade him, and it would be like 50-50, so I keep 50K, and he would do the same.
Bro.
So surprisingly enough, this worked many times, both in like in World 1 or like some free-to-play areas, and like we would make tons of money together because it's like giving people false hope. So it was that was the
What the hell?
that was a fun days of Simon Says.
That is straight up like how the dice bots basically have customers to this day.
Yeah.
It's like how those gambling services made so much money is because they just you can't beat the house. There's always a twist.
I'm the house.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is you're such a little entrepreneur.
Bro.
I mean, and just like you guys, I don't feel bad about it. Not
No,
one
that's
bit. Not one
hilarious,
bit.
bro. That is that's hilarious.
You guys are the kids that like kept me up at night, man. Like I'm just trying to train on White Knights of Falador or the Granite Mall, and you guys are, man. You make me not want to talk to people in game.
We're the people your mom warned you about.
Exactly. Yeah. You guys are the people that like my dad was so adamant I was going to find on the internet.
Yep.
Don't take rides from
Don't feel
strangers.
bad
Don't
about
talk to
it.
strangers on the internet.
Fight me, sue me,
14-year-old
I don't
Michael.
care.
Oh my god.
Man, that was a great question, man. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for
Yeah,
answering.
I'm now only marginally more concerned about you.
No,
two. You know,
that's all
happens.
days, bro.
We're all kids at one
I
time.
never scanned nobody in old school. Hey, I think actually I might take that back because okay, I take it back. No, this was in like 2017, 2016. You could exploit some sort of trade where you had like a bank sale and it was a bunch of stuff, but then one junk item that, and people kind of still do this, but you say, do I want to expose this because it's kind of still a thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Protect our
Okay,
listeners.
here's the thing. People will, it's not a bank sale. Okay, so people will say, hey, I need you to buy me this. Can I have like 100K? I need to buy this. Here's this item as collateral. So they'll give you some random obscure item that has an inflated GE value. And then you'll say, that's fine. And they'll just dip. You're like, well, I got their collateral. It doesn't matter. And so you'll go to try and sell on the Grand Exchange, and it doesn't sell for what you gave, for what you gave them. Like it's going to sell for like 10K or 5K. And you just lost 100K. So then they'll take that 100K that you gave them, and they'll buy it back from you in the Grand Exchange for that 2K. So it's just an infinite money glitch. I got scammed by it, and I was like, screw you. I'm going to try and get my money back. So I failed. I never really got anybody to give me collateral, but I tried. I was really mad because that was my hard-earned cash, man. So that's a more modern example of why I am a dick.
That's gotta be a soundbite right there. Yeah, I've mostly interacted with people like through streaming and Discord, like in-game chat. I had somebody walk up to me. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Basically, I don't know if it was before the last episode. Accepting GP in our Discord, found me on my group Iron Man randomly and was like, "Are you Oxie from XP Waste?" I almost one-click teleported right then and there. I was like, "No, I have a show. I should be nice." Super cool dude in our Discord. Turns out he's been in the Discord on and off for a couple of weeks now, a couple of months. Added him in game, chatted with him for a little while at the Falador farming patch. Perfectly nice dude. But yeah, I talking to people in game, man.
Yeah. Oxy's private chat is
Scares the
off.
heck out of me.
Mine is on. I'm not saying
Mine is on friends only.
Yeah. Friends.
And there was it's so funny. We did a next event back in like February when she came out. You know, we waited a little while and then we got the clan together. And I was the only one at the time. Me and Mima, I think, were the only two who could create the private instances because we were the only ones who had the hard diary done for combat achievements. But it's not open to clan; it's open to friends. So I had to add a bunch of people like on my friends list to get them in. And TMD was like, man, Oxie probably hates this. And at the time, I'm like, I feel like I don't know these people. But a majority of them have hung out for such a long time that, like, now I see him online. I'm like, oh, yeah, sick. Not on my group Iron Man account. I think I have like 10 friends on my group Iron Man account. And I want to say I'm like half the accounts that I have. I'm friends with me. I'm friends with my group Iron Man team. I'm friends with my pure, so.
Friends with yourself. That's all that matters, right? At the end of the day, who do you have but yourself?
Yeah, honestly. So, in hindsight, I'm glad I added a bunch of people for the next event, but like, I'm just, I don't know,
That's a good question.
anxious.
Go to your friends tab right now, and then say like how many friends do you have? Because I have 155 of 400.
Well, this account is skewed. I have 14 friends on this account. And I want to say the amount of dupes that I have, it's closer to like 7 friends on this account with all like the different accounts. So,
What about you, Kaoz?
Friends list. I probably have about, I want to say less than 20 people in there, and like at most, I most amount of people I've seen online at one time is like probably 5 or 6. So it's also, and it's because if I have the, normally what I tell people, right? So whenever someone tells me on stream or something, hey, can you please add me in the game? I say no, not because ego, but it's because, all right, listen, I barely talk to people in my friends list. And if you're in the clan or in the Discord, if you need like anything, if you have any questions, there's always like places to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
RuneScape friendship, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand back in the day, but now it's just like there's so many more ways to communicate that I barely use it. People
The
that have
in-game
been friends with
system
me for
It's kind of it's outdated.
yeah.
the addition of the clan system has been so nice for
Yeah,
that.
true.
I've been talking to people all night for the clan. So, yeah, I think, clan system. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Friends
Thank you,
chat,
Jagex.
so good.
Thank you,
Love it.
Jagex,
Yeah.
for sure.
We're pushing 12:15 here, Michael. Are we? I'm
Oh,
about
wow.
to get the notification of like you've been logged in for too long. The
True.
Jagex, mind your damn business.
I hop
message.
just
world,
So
I just got over the recording limit on my Microsoft recording that I didn't know existed of 3 hours, so that's fun.
Oh, okay.
oh
Right
wow,
on.
wow, thank God. Yeah. Well, we're at 3 hours. I think that's how we know it's time to wrap it up here. Yeah, thank you guys for listening for so long. This is definitely going to be a longer episode.
Nice.
And more importantly, thank you, Kaoz, for coming out to like get to know us, join our Discord, become part of our community for a little bit here, and just I've had a blast
Same.
this
Yeah.
interview today. So thank you for coming out and talking to us for so long. And again, thank you for being open about everything, the video making process, the editing process, being a content creator, that's all been like. So
I feel like
Thanks for
we
having me.
yeah, no problem. I feel like we just scratched the surface of who you are and like what you've been able to do in the last 10 years. It's like if you ever want to come back and you have a free evening, just let us know.
Oh,
Love to have you
course.
back on.
and just in case, if people are curious about you, where can they find you?
Well, primarily, obviously YouTube, Kaoz, Osrs, type it in there. I should be there. Other than that, in my videos and also everything, there's links to Discord, also Twitter. Even though I don't use it that much, there's a fun story. That's my third account. Let's not talk about it right now. I can get way too specific for that. So Twitter, don't ban me. But yeah, so that I don't use it often because I know that Thanos snap any second it can be gone. So I'm not getting too attached to that account. But yeah, other than that, Discord, best place to reach out, and videos, and should be fun.
Sweet. We'll put a link in the
Awesome,
description,
awesome.
obviously.
Thank
We
you,
can
thank you.
put any, send us the links. We'll pop them in there if you want specific links to all that so people don't have to travel too
Okay.
far. So, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Like Oxie said, I just want to echo that sentiment. We really appreciate you being on the show. And listen, you reached out to us. That's not cringe. This was an amazing time. So,
Nice.
yeah, just to know, like, hey, you know what? If you want to talk to somebody, maybe open up the conversation yourself. That's a little lesson
Hell yeah.
from today. Cool, man. Well, Oxy, you gonna take us out?
I am. Once again, finally, Chaos, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Check him out on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. All the links will be in the description of this episode. All the links for all the XP Waste things will be in the episode as well. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go through them because y'all are XP Waste veterans. You know where to find them. There's a Linktree link. We trust you. Subscribe on Patreon. Merch at xpwaste.shop. That's the legal obligation I have fulfilled for the self-promotion bit. This week has been great. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you all next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.